What was that?
The peanut butter came out. The peanut butter came out. That's what happened.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, I just wanted to test it. Good. The test it, baby.
You can literally hear me say the peanut butter came out on stream.
It came out the other. Welcome, everyone, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 32. A very special episode because Starfield came out. Starfield is here. It's within our hands. Lexi, it's literally within her hands. She's playing it right now, which is fine. I'm your host, Red Wolf, and I'm joined by literally everyone today. Everyone's a special guest today, and we had a random, a wild Hargeet appeared, and too bad I don't have my Master Ball here to catch him, to keep him forever. But he's on every podcast. Hargeet, thank you so much for being here, dude. It's awesome to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, very exciting. Bushido has returned from the depths of doom. And how are you, man? You are Mr. Starfield N7 Daddy, right? Isn't that your handle?
Yes,
nice.
That's exactly what I've already named myself. Yes.
Nice. Which is just beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, Assassin, what's up, man? How are you? Everyone was like, who are you going to say?
I knew it was Assassin. I knew it was.
First of all, don't call me that again, please. that just makes me really uncomfortable. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but that's even worse. But I'm doing all right. Excited to talk about Starfield and why apparently it's a 7 out of 10 for some of us here on the panel.
Well, I've always said it's okay to be wrong. Mitch, you are also here, and I. So happy to have you and Lex. You're the dynamic duo of Lorefield, my very good friends. Thank you so much for being here. And I said Mitch first. Lex is busy. How are you, Mitch? Are you just feeling it? Like, can you feel the vibration? Down below.
Yeah, I can. Oh man, it's been like surreal. When the first screen came out that said, from the makers of Fallout 4 and Skyrim, Bethesda Game Studios presents, teared up a little bit. It was like, oh man, what a road it's been. But yeah, good to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
When you hit the A button and that like that, I was like, yes.
What are you talking about?
In the
physiognomy of the start menu clearly indicates
the Saigonomy.
Wow. It's amazing because the start menu isn't that bad. I've seen worse. I don't get this. People are just dumb.
Look at Skyrim. It's a black screen. It's literally a black
Yeah, I think that's the best point.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Suk, so glad to have you back. I think you were with us on our way back in the day, 2002.
Yeah, it felt like years ago. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
nice
man. So you're also a Starfield content creator as of right now, and you put out great coverage for the game. And how excited are you to finally you finished the main quest, which is wild. But
I buzzed through it. I feel great. Yeah. I mean, like Mitch just said, I mean, how long have we been waiting for this? Like, I don't want to sound too much like Mitch, you didn't sound like a bozo, but I don't want to sound too much like a bozo. It's like, damn, dude, I almost had some tears coming up the first night. Like, dude, it was crazy, and it's been crazy ever
I was
since
hovering above myself watching me play Starfield. I was like, that's how it felt. I would not kidding.
Episode 6, by the way, Suk was on, so that's how long it's been.
Yes.
Yeah, it feels like forever. Ago. That's for damn sure.
Yep. 6 months ago.
Yeah, very, very surreal.
It was a week after my son was born. You were on. I remember this. I just remember.
I do remember you talking about that.
So you can thank him for the conception. Whatever. Mac.
You're welcome, Mac.
Yes, you're welcome. That's all you had to say. Yeah. How are you feeling now that Starfield is here? Does it feel like I can't believe I'm actually playing it?
Yeah, clearly I probably have the least time out of everybody here because I have other shit going on in life. But man, the little bit I played for about 13 or 14 hours, man, and the little bit of time I've played on it is just amazing. And You guys know, like in Skyrim, when you wake up from the, you got knocked out, and then, Morrowind, you're coming out, or excuse me, Oblivion, you're coming out of the dungeon. You see the open world. In Starfield, they kind of do that a little bit, and you're on that planet. And when I seen that, man, me and Bushido was in the party, and I just talked like, this game, it looks so beautiful. That's so, oh my god.
Yeah, even in the very muted areas of the game, it's really impressive, especially for a Bethesda game. And we'll
definitely
get into that. Speaking of getting into that, Damarco.
Hello.
That wasn't right, but you know what I mean. You've been getting into it. I haven't heard from you at all, and I think it's a good thing.
Well, I've been flying me old Frontier and hanging with Sarah because she's more fun than you.
Sarah.
That was
she didn't
pretty
have a beard,
mean.
though. Come on.
Yeah, I've been active in a lot of places. I've been active in a lot of different places. I don't know where was there going to be a question that I just completely interrupted? All right. Well, I've been doing. You could see my entire live reactions are like on my channel, and it was one of those moments for me. Picking up Starfield is I don't get excited. Maybe one of you or none of you can relate, and you'll just look at me like this guy's a lunatic. But whenever there's a game that is coming up, and it could be anything I'm really excited for. It'll be the next. Well, I think the exception would be Elder Scrolls, but it could be Starfield. It could be the next Mass Effect. It could be most games that I'm anticipating. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a perfect example. And all the way up until launch, you're like, yes, 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 yes. You get to about a week before, and you go, yeah.
Right.
And then it's not until the day that the game hits, and you're sitting down, and I don't know where it's behind you. You have your controller in your hand, and you're like, here it goes, and the main menu pops up, and now you feel it.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And that's the moment I had with Starfield.
You and I talked about this. I was like in such a pissy mood, like the week of Starfield. I was like, I don't even know why. I guess it was like so much like in my head. I don't know why, but there was no particular reason. I was just like, it's right there. Okay, it's right there. I just want to play it. I just want to be done. I'm tired of waiting. I don't know. It's.
But then you get it in your hand, and then it's just like this. The Bethesda menu starts up. The music. You see the physiognomy of the main menu.
The physiognomy.
Yeah.
Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Phlebotomy, whatever. Like
phlebotomy. That's what you do to a fish, right? I don't know. And Lex, who is currently playing Starfield right now, welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, so Lex isn't really here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, gotcha. In the middle of battle. Yeah. So how you feeling? Starfield's here. This is your bread and butter. You and Mitch. Mitch is the butter. You're the bread. You put it together, and what do you get? Toast. And there you go.
Where's the jelly?
Where's the jelly? Well,
you always put jelly on toast.
Stay tuned on Lorefield to get that jelly.
You guys are the jelly
going. Aww.
Hey. Aww.
I'm peanut butter, if anything, because I'm not as sweet as Damarco. Oh, see, that was an accident. Anyway, so yeah, you're playing Starfield, Lex. You have 72 hours in.
74.
It was 72 when we
I
started.
was playing too much.
right, 72 before the show started. Yeah, it just time flies. Am I right?
Ran to probably 12 of those hours with me sleeping. So.
Oh, you fell asleep.
Yeah. Well, no, I just leave my computer on, turn off the monitors, go to bed.
Okay.
My bed's right behind me.
Excellent. Well, look, everyone in chat, thank you all so much for being here. We got Jake. Jake in here. He's saying, "Oh, I have some tears, baby." Palpatine is here. Donnie Kazada, of course, as always. Manic, don't feel, bro. It's totally fine. Manic was supposed to be here, but his mic died. But it's totally fine. Andrew Cullinane is here somewhere lurking. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. We're gonna talk everything Starfield. No spoilers whatsoever. So don't worry about that. I even sort of don't really want to get into too many details about side quests. I think we can sort of talk our way around it to be a little bit vague. Talk about something that might have happened, but. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try to skirt around that. But look, let's get right into this. I wanted to start off with everyone's background and their trait to sort of define the type of character that they are. So Hargi Chani, what kind of character did you go for? What kind of background did you choose in your traits, if you can remember them?
Hang on, just unmuting here. Yeah, so I can turn my camera on now, hopefully. So I chose Diplomat, and I kind of always like to get the persuasion stuff because you can usually, talk your way out of situations. So I always start with that, and the rest of it you just kind of, I build it up, right? So the battle stuff or whatever, I just kind of build that up. And I've been building all that up too, right? So I want to do all the sneak stuff, the ability to break locks and all that, right? The lock picking. I think I've mastered that one now, but generally that's what I did. And then I started doing some of the ship ones because if you don't, like it's tougher to have those ship battles. So I started doing those. And I don't know, do we want to give any hints to people as to what they should do, or just leave it at that?
I mean, I guess let's just talk about our personal experiences so far, and that way, is that what you mean? You mean not like tell people?
Like, here's some things you can do. We'll do that later, maybe. But so here's the thing about the game so far is last time I felt like this was Tears of the Kingdom, where I just can't stop playing. Like I might have slept like an hour last night. I just keep playing. I can't stop playing. And it's what happened to me with Zelda. I couldn't sleep. I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep playing. And then you just look at the clock and it's really that late. Damn it.
Yeah.
You just keep playing and playing. And that's what this game is. It's like there's so much to do. And I'm like, listen, like most of the reviews were what I would expect. 10s, 9s, some 8s. Those 7s, I'm like, what game were you playing? And there's some people with like 6s and 5s. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. Like, I'm inundated with things to do. You just walk by something. You just jump into a freaking star system, and suddenly here's another mission, right? I was going in doing that. Oh no, now I have this other mission to do, and it's like an emergency. You have to do it now. Yep. Like, it's not so much to do.
Yeah, and you know what's funny?
I can't stop playing it. It's just so fun.
What's funny is the person who reviewed and gave it a 7, didn't he also give Fallout 4 a 9.5?
Well, that's one of them, right? So to be fair, right, that's one of the 7s, right? But yes, Dan Stapleton of IGN, he did give 9.5 to Fallout 4 when it was not part of Xbox.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And there's any bias.
Yeah,
I'm not saying there's a bias. But,
just saying, just stating facts. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
I guess I'm gonna be in the minority then when I say I think what's more gross than IGN giving it a 7 is people's reactions to the 7.
Well, I just want to know one thing, though. I just want to know one thing. Was he wearing his Kratos outfit that he had from Halloween last year when he wrote down his thing? I just wanted to,
I mean, the issues he had are like so nitpicky that I'm like, okay, so if I look at many of the other games, don't they all have the same problem? So why is it this one had these issues that was so unbelievably difficult to deal with that this one's a 7? I'm like, oh, okay, that's an interesting choice, but okay. Yeah, you can see some of the other, like, the unlocked folks and their, like, reactions to it.
Like, you've only added stuff since Fallout 4, so, like, what could be worse, right?
Well, I mean, and the thing is, like, the diehard fans have always said that Fallout 4 was not their favorite one, but it was a good game. It wasn't a good Fallout game.
Good game.
Yeah, I mean, it was what it was, and they tried something new, and now they've learned. I'm glad. I cannot wait for Elder Scrolls 6 now. I'm like, what is that game going to be? But I do agree with Damarco. I think
people happen to Elder Scrolls 6?
What is it?
Do you think that'll happen to Elder Scrolls 6? Do you think it'll get knocked?
Of course it will. It's on Xbox.
They're not going to change to Unreal 5. That's not going to happen.
What if Bethesda just don't send them review codes and says fuck IGN naturally because of this?
I don't think they're going to do that. That's
well, hopefully IGN is just gone by the time that happens. So that made me
God.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
Maybe who knows?
Everybody stops going to their
shittiest company out of all games.
If the 2026 rumors are to be believed, then, or was 2027 rumors of Elder Scrolls 6 are to be believed, I think IGN will still be here.
If Elder Scrolls 6 comes out in 2026 or 2027, I swear to God, I will shove a dildo up my ass and send it to her.
So that's getting clipped out.
We are definitely canceled now. Completely.
Wow. Yeah, baby. Renegade Run Podcast.
I guarantee you that it's not going to be until 2029, 2030. If it's before that, I will do it, and I will send it to Mac and Red as proof.
Well,
I don't want it. Just keep it. I don't want it. I don't
Look,
want it.
it's in there.
I believe you, bro. I believe you. I believe you. I don't need to know.
No, we need to authenticate that.
Listen.
Well,
just keep
Damarco
this
sends
video
it, so I
to
can't send it
yourself.
to him.
This is
I'm blocking your number from now on. I don't give a shit.
Mac and Red now praying for Test 6 to come out in 2029.
Please.
Delay it.
delay it.
You translate. Well, Assassin's gonna stick something up his own ass, so I really want that.
Perfect. Yes.
Get right to 7.
You know, by YouTube, if you guys are praying for that to happen, that means people are gonna have to wait for Fallout 5 even longer. So that works for me.
Yeah, that's very true. Look, so listen,
It'll be
the biggest,
y'all's fault.
so the biggest skeptic in this room right now, this digital room, is indeed, or was, I should say, is Assassin. And I want to hear what you thought when you first played the game, and also what background are you? Your 3 traits. What kind of character are you role playing as?
I got Dream Home, and the house is lovely.
Why,
it's like
Lexi?
What?
Lexi, you are not paying attention.
Oh, I thought you said me. Sorry.
No, I didn't. It's fine. You can go next, though. That's fine. Sorry, I love you.
No.
God,
Lexi's
I'm so
already
sorry.
started. Lexi's already started.
I was
Might as well
like,
keep going.
Assassin, go ahead. And Lexi's like, well, There's a lot of people in here.
Well,
No, I'm playing
She was
Starfield.
just
I'm
too
sorry.
excited.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, okay. Let her finish her thing. And Assassin, you go ahead. You go ahead with your bad self.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
the one I chose was Ronin. I wanted to be feared and wanted to be a complete badass. I told you I was going the assassin stereotypic route, so Ronin was the best choice.
Yes.
I am working on, I am trying to be persuasive like Hargeet, going with the more social skills. I am doing some combat, like the pistol, doing stealth. Obviously, the 3 traits I chose Dream House because I figured I'd need a base of operations. So it's
Is
a
it
good
nice?
looking mansion, so I'll give it that. It's nice. It really does look nice. I have not put in furniture in it yet. That's the thing. I haven't decided what type of decorative style that I want inside of it. The other 2 choices I got was Wanted, because like I said, wanted to be feared, wanted to be known. Wanted was a trait. And I chose Kid Stuff because, well, I mean, I've always wanted to see what my, what parents I would like to have in a Bethesda game, and I was actually surprised. They were very nice. I was expecting mean parents, if I was being honest.
So Assassin,
the
since
type
you
of
have that
background I
one,
got.
does that one have like a safe that's unlimited storage as well?
For the Dream House?
Yeah.
I haven't really done anything with the house yet. I just went to the house, looked around. It was pretty. Like I had to go to the bank. I had to go to. Can I say the name of the organization since we've all played it?
Yeah. That's not a spoiler.
I went to I went to New Atlantis. Went to Galbank. Talked with those guys. I didn't have enough credits to pay it off, so I went to the house. I paid the $500 weekly, loan that I'm beginning to now pay off. I was starting to regret that trait. But hey, it's good looking. But no, I haven't actually, done anything with the house. I haven't seen if there was anything special about it yet, so no.
Interesting.
I just went in, looked around, went to go back doing surveying planets. That's literally all I've been doing. And Mac, to be fair, I'm actually the one with the least amount played. I've only played for 10 hours. Only because for the past few days I've been dealing with personal stuff. My mom had to go to the hospital, so I had to take care of stuff at her place, so I haven't been on Starfield much. But for the rest of the week, I'll be playing daily. Because, well, let's face it, it's a great game. Not a 7 out of 10, but it's definitely a 9, 10 out of 10 for me. So far.
Nice. Best wishes from Mom, Assassin.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. She was set to go to the hospital, right? She was set to get surgery. They had her preps. They were getting ready, and then someone came in and said, "Oh, There was a change in management. We need to get a signature for this, and she was bawling. Like, she was ready for the surgery so she could go back to work. And this just delayed it like another 3 months. She was in a lot of pain. She had not eaten for 24 hours. She had not drunk anything. She broke her foot, so she couldn't take any pain medications before the surgery, so she was hurting really bad. She hadn't taken any pain meds for 2 weeks. So yeah, it was not a good experience for her. So I've been taking care of her for the past few days.
And now she's playing Starfield and she's feeling much better? Or...
no, but to help her, like, not think about the pain, it did show her Starfield.
Good. But her doctor
is
playing Starfield.
He's like,
her first impression.
Hang on, I'll give you your... Okay, good. Anyway, what's wrong with you? Yeah, that was how that went down. No, seriously,
her first impressions were, looks... Yeah, she said it looks good, but what's up with their faces?
Oh no, that's bad.
He's not a gamer, and she's like, what is up with their faces?
I have had a couple moments where I talked to someone, and they're like in the middle of another animation. So like I've had this where this woman was in the middle of yawning, and then I go to talk to her, and she's like, "Oh, it's good to see you there." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Or like I go to like the Starship. I went to Neon last night, and this guy is like at his desk, okay, and he's like this, and I walk up to him. I'm like, "Hey, I need some repairs," and he's like, "That's great. I'll be right with you. What else can I do for you?" I'm like, "What are you on your phone or something? Get off your phone." So stuff like that kind of cracks me up. Again, those are the kind of like bugs that Bethesda's known for. That it's never bothered me. It's never like taken
as long as
away.
it's not game breaking, right?
Exactly. I'm just like, there that goes.
Have you come across a lot of bugs though?
I feel like I've come across an okay now.
I've had. I mean, the only thing I think I've seen a decent amount of is just I'll be walking around and then there'll be objects floating. Like I was walking around on Jemison and then I randomly found this kind of shipping container that was floating maybe 10 feet above the ground. And then I went to one of the random, abandoned mine, abandoned this, abandoned that. And then it's really funny. The doors for the airlock were floating above the actual airlock chamber. I had that a couple times as well.
So I have run into things that are like the fundamentals of the game where I'm like, this has to be a bug but everyone's experiencing it. For example, when I go into my companion's inventory, I switch to their inventory, I see my character wearing their clothes.
Yeah.
And even ACG talked about this. I was like, I thought I was crazy. Like, that has to be a bug, right? Like, am I the only one that's seen that?
No, yeah, that's the way it is. I guess I should swap it out with the character model, but it does let you assign whatever you want to them, right? So they can actually wear whatever, helmet or whatever, right? So they have the various things, and the guns, you can give them whichever one you want. But yeah, the model is you. That's weird.
It's you. Okay, that's what I was going to ask, just to confirm. Okay,
the model is you, yeah.
It's really strange. It's like, this is what you would look like in Sarah's underwear. It's like, I don't need that. I just want to give her a shotgun. Anyway, I thought that it's just like that kind of stuff where I'm like, is that it? That can't be intentional, but everyone's experiencing it. So I don't know.
So
Jonas says
something they like didn't bother fixing or something, right? It's probably in the backlog.
Yeah,
I mean, it's really
the modders will get it.
Like there was one character that I had to talk to that was like in the middle of a counter, and like you can still talk, everything was fine, but they're like in the middle of a counter. So things like that, I've seen that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I've had Sarah like walk into a room and she'll go running right into a wall. I'm like, what was that about? Like that happens a couple of times. Like it's just weird things like that. The first time I played though, like I was trying to start it up and there was like a window where like it wouldn't give you the authorization because like everybody decided to start playing it exactly at 8 o'clock.
Right.
So it wouldn't work on PC for me. So I'm like, well, let me try it on Xbox. It kicked off. So I started there. And then it crashed. It just totally died and crashed. I was still on that first mining moon that you're on, whatever. So I was there.
Crete.
We just finished fighting. I think it was was a Crete. Yeah, Crete. And then it just crashed. And I'm like, fine, cool. Then I went to PC. It started up. Thankfully, it picked up right where I was. No issues.
Oh, nice. That's really convenient. Cool. I love that. Yeah.
And since I've been playing on PC, no crashes, nothing. It's been pretty good. Just the minor like janky things like that, like here and there. Nothing buggy enough to cause me issues. But
yeah, Palpatine in chat says I had a game-breaking bug and could progress. I think he meant could not
he
progress
talked
the
about
main
that.
story.
Yeah, last night. Yeah,
Or switch
he
companions.
felt the party
That
was
sucks.
because about it.
See, that's the
Yeah.
kind of stuff that's not good. Jonas says, my
But
character
what
turns
bug?
his head to the left. That's another one. That's another one. And everyone that I've talked to talks about this, where you'll be running and your dude's like, and I'm like, what are you looking at? And there's just nothing there. Like, that happens all the time with me. Just little stuff, but it bothers me. I literally will spin 360 and he'll stop doing it. Just little stuff like that.
I did have one mildly problematic bug. I had to turn in a quest in New Atlantis inside a building. So I'd go up to the door where the quest marker was and press A to open the door. The sound effect would play, but the door wouldn't open over and over again. Couldn't get in. That's a bit of a problem because there was a quest in there, but saving and reloading fixed it. That was the only thing.
Okay.
I had two. One of them was, you know how every time you get caught stealing something or hey, contraband or whatever, you end up in a jail, right? And around the jail somewhere, there'll be a key where you can unlock their storage, whatever, where they keep all your stolen stuff. For some reason, and at New Atlantis, that key just would not work, and it drove me bonkers. So I had to go get expert in lock picking just to open that up and get my stolen stuff back, and that was pretty frustrating.
That sucks.
And yeah, and the other one, I was on the UC Vanguard, like the giant ship, which we've seen in the direct and whatnot. I couldn't get off of it. And that's where I'll leave it at that. I couldn't open the door to get out, and that was pretty frustrating. So I had to make a different decision than I would have to begin with, and that was a little frustrating.
Right. Gotcha.
See, that's why it's a 7 out of 10.
Oh.
There it is.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but those two things were a little annoying.
Dan was right. Speaking of which, let me end this poll here. Bushido, you... Wait a second. I can't do it here. I'm not in control. There we go. I'm going to end this poll. 73% of the people here, which is 11, 72% says it's over 1,000, which that was an intentional pun for over 1,000 planets. But it's awesome. I agree. Bushido, what kind of character did you make? What kind of background traits, all that fun stuff? Who are you?
Well, I would like to become king of the space powers eventually, but right now, for what I picked Wanted, which I regret now. I picked Wanted, and I picked Bounty Hunter.
Oh yes.
And, yeah, then I picked another one. Now Bounty Hunter I actually love. The hero worship. I'm not too. But everything else I looked at, it was too. It was like you have to weigh things, and it's like the pros and cons, and most of them. Once I made my choice for Wanted and Bounty Hunter, there are too many choices that weighed too much, and I was like, nah. I just oh my god, I took like 10 minutes just to come back down and just pick hero worship because I was like, I just don't like these other traits. I don't like what I have to do or what's the what I have to accept from it. So I picked the hero worship. So I'm a pistola type guy. Bro, and
are we the same?
I think so.
Bro,
I think so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you said that you regretted Wanted. It's interesting because I'll just run through it real quick. I am a bounty hunter, Wanted, with alien DNA, and what was the other one? Bounty hunting. I'll remember it, but and yeah, pistol wielding. And the thing that I love about the alien DNA is that it sort of adds like a hardcore element to the game because it makes healing not heal you as much, but you do have more health. So I like that. I guess it's like the type of, I don't know. Anyway, so Wanted. So you said that you regretted getting Wanted, and I do want to ask why, but I also wanted to, and I'm sure you know this, you can get rid of your traits. And if you want to get rid of your Wanted trait, you just go talk to any bounty hunter. Go to Sidonia, talk to that very lovely redhead bounty hunter lady that's right at the entrance.
Oh yeah.
I was like, dude, can you please join my ship? She's so cool.
Right.
Anyway, so the thing I wanted to sort of touch on real quick is when you get rid of a trait, it just gets rid of it. And I guess maybe I misunderstood because I was thinking that they were alluding to getting rid of the negative side of your trait and keeping the positive by doing some sort of quest. And I think we speculated on that for a long time. So I was like, I guess I'd rather just stick to what I have. I'd rather have something than have nothing. So is that how are you feeling about your wanted trait? Are you feeling that way? Like you want it, you regret it, but you don't want to get rid of it?
Yeah, it's I regret it only for space combat. Everything else, no, I don't regret it. Like on the ground, if I meet somebody and they're like, "Hey, there's a bounty on you," yeah, I don't mind that. I don't like it when you have to run into the fuzz, and then they're talking about it. But everything else, though, it would be fine. But the space combat aspect is really tough. That's one of the hardest parts of the game. If you pick it on normal, it's hard. So as far as like the space combat is concerned, that aspect of it is why I regret it. Everything else, nah, it's not that bad.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so right now I don't want to get rid of it. So, but at the same time, when I get into combat, I'm like, oh, the stupid wanted thing.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I had the same situation happen with that. The wanted thing. I was going to I don't remember the planet's name. It starts with an A. I just brain fart right now. And I was going and I went and I had to jump from one area.
Alki, like that.
Yeah. I don't remember what it's called. It's something with it's like ALOKIS or something like that.
Alki or something like that. Yeah.
So I had to go to that planet and then I had to go to another planet, because my ship wasn't, quote unquote, it doesn't have the, at the time. And I pull up and I'm like, I'm clear. Everybody knows that I'm doing my YouTube Let's Plays with it, right? I pause the game, I turn it off, and then I go on to the next episode because I still want to play the game, so I'm just recorded. I'm like messing around with it. I look back, and all of a sudden, this captain guy's like, "Yeah, we're out to get you, to kill you," and I'm like, "What is going on here?" I said, "All I did was pull up." I'm like, "Damn," and he's like, "You're gonna get." Yeah. He was like, He goes, "We have a wanted call for you." And then he's like, "You either pay me $2,000 or have a problem." So my cocky ass was like, "Yeah, fuck you, I ain't giving you $2,000." Okay. Well, all of a sudden I died 3 seconds later, and my loading screen reset. So I paused my video. I paused it, deleted that because I didn't want to look stupid, and I paid him the $2,000 like the good little boy I was. And I said, on to my day, because that $2,000 means jack shit to me.
Right.
Now, I have a certain ship from a superhero, and now I'm like, yeah, next motherfucker that rolls up on me, I'm blasting their ass. So, but that's besides the point. So, wanted thing is a bitch in space, man. I was like, what the crap?
That mission is so
I kind of had the same thing.
The superhero one you're mentioning.
Yeah, the superhero.
You should tell people, right? It's the Mantis one, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you get that, is it like secret outpost or something? You have to get like this thing from a spacer that dies or whatever, right? It's randomly there, but if you get that, definitely do the Mantis mission. Do the Mantis mission.
It's the best mission in the game. As of right now,
good, the things you get out of it is so good. I'm still using the suit that you get from it. I finally got a better ship than the one that they had because I was using that for a while. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
The next thing to do is do the Rangers, the Aquila City Rangers. Do that. Oh my goodness, the ship you get out of that. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Definitely do that one.
Okay.
Does
you know
everybody
what's really cool?
Go ahead, Red.
Sorry, real quick. You know what's really cool about whenever you get the Mantis, you can customize it. You can do whatever the hell you want to do to it. People will recognize that it's still the Mantis. I jumped into space.
Yeah, exactly.
I jumped into space, and I was like, here are these fucking pirates come again. They're like, we're going to take him out. They start shooting at me. I turn around. I start lasering them out. They're like, oh, shit. Everyone get out of here. It's the Mantis. And I was like, you better get the fuck.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that last night. Yeah.
It was so cool. I was like, yeah, because the Mantis is the legendary bounty hunter. It's sort of like passing down the cow. There's always been like a Mantis. It is a very superhero-esque
It's like
thing.
Batman. It's like giving somebody the Batman suit and everybody in Gotham knowing like, oh shit, this is Batman. Damn.
If you go look at the thumbnail of the video, everyone, that is what my character looks like, and he looks like Boba Fett.
It doesn't look good. The Mantis suit does not.
I don't like the helmet. I think the helmet looks good.
I don't know what.
The helmet looks good.
Listen, it looks like they went into Home Depot, got a cardboard box from a refrigerator, put it together, and put it on your head. Okay, I don't think it's the greatest looking suit ever.
You don't like the helmet,
Mac? Not even.
I don't like any of it.
No,
I think
the face of the helmet looks cool. The shape is just like.
The shape is like. Yeah, it's.
So I joined
Yeah.
So I'm bringing my old life back. I joined the police with the Vanguard, and I got their outfit. I thought their
Which is
outfit
also a
was
good thing to do, by the way. The
Yeah, it's
Vanguard
really
joining them. Good idea.
They gave me an outfit. I'm like, man, this is a badass outfit. And then I found that Mantis, storyline, and I knew that it was a good one. And I'm like, well, let me go do this. And it's hard as shit because I got a puzzle that I had to figure out. It was a pain in the ass. I was literally getting killed by Turks. This game is like, I don't know, man. I didn't think it was going to be this good, but this has hit another level of greatness. And I want to add, I know this might be a little spoiler, but
Well,
I don't
hang
know
on.
if
If you think it's going to be
it's not.
spoilery,
It's not a spoiler, but everybody in the bottom of the lounge, there's something in a case that you can get because through a crack of a door. I don't know if everybody's got that. There's a mannequin in the bottom. You have to find this certain crap.
Yeah, if you want to cheat. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not cheating if it's in the game.
It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be done that way.
No, it's not
meant to be done that way.
No, it's not.
You were just trying to justify your own delinquency.
I didn't know that.
Which is
I thought
fine,
it was.
but just
I thought it
admit
was
to the truth.
No,
just admit to the truth.
Listen, I don't care if
Wow,
you
we
caught me.
triggered him. Wow.
You caught me on
If it's
camera.
possible, then you
Listen,
can do it.
my dad always
If
told
it
me.
is possible, then you should not be.
It's possible.
Daddy
to
always
do
said-
it. Do you do it?
Listen, they always told me, my father said, even if you're caught on camera doing the murder, still say you're not guilty because you might get away with it, okay? And I'm not, and that's how I feel about it. So,
Says
Like
the
the
God.
worst fatherly
Alright.
advice I've ever heard.
worst ever. Hey,
When did
listen,
he
it
put
is
that
what it
into play?
So, also, real quick,
Mac, was your dad a crime boss or something?
there's some other stuff my dad is. Let's just move on. Let's just keep talking about Starfield.
go
And not my
ahead.
fault.
So,
I
Palpatine
wish
says,
you would have
I
went out for a
stumbled.
pack of Newports. Let me just tell you that.
Oh God! Palpatine says I stumbled into a temple in New Atlantis and was able to remove my Taskmaster trait, but I kept it. I was surprised that it was possible. I don't know. Okay, cool. I don't know if you mean like you kept it but got rid of the negative. I don't know. That's awesome. Let's see. Jonas says that's awesome. I'll hold on to that trait for now. Oh, the wanted trait. It is a really fun edge being hunted down. I don't know why. I love it. He says I was going to do the Mantis quest today, but I got distracted and did everything else. That's literally a testament to the game. Yeah, it's so good.
Speaking of the lounge, one thing, if people don't already know it, right, you'll get a bedroom in the lounge. The safe in that is unlimited quantity, so you can stuff whatever you want in there.
Yes.
The
So I
lounge?
didn't know that. Okay.
Oh,
In case you're running
lodge.
into inventory
Oh.
issues, you can just
Yeah, on the
dump
New Atlantis.
and
Yeah.
dump and dump and dump, no issues. Just keep dumping
That's
everything in there.
really good to know. I just
Yeah,
spent
that
like
is pretty good to know.
20,000 credits last night upgrading my ships.
Don't
But,
have to. I just take all my resources. I just dump it all in there. All the miscellaneous, just dump it all in there. Like,
That's
I
really
need
good
that.
to know.
Cool. I go back to the lounge, pick it up, take it where I need to.
I gotcha. Look, Sook, I left you down there in the corner. I wanted to know, what character are you? What backgrounds, traits, what kind of character did you make? Who are you?
So it's funny. I think we were talking a little bit on, I don't know, my Discord or your Discord or whatever. But I have a hard time role playing in these games, which I've never really been able to put myself in a position where, like, how does my character make decisions instead of like how am I gonna, like, what can I do to get most efficiently through the game? So I was looking through all the backgrounds and whatnot, and I figured Soldier had the best, just like most efficient things to go for. So I kind of did that because it has the backpack or the jetpack, something about ballistics damage, and then something else I can't remember with it. So I ended up picking Soldier. Figured that was a pretty good pick. I also
it's Oxygen, by the way.
Oh, okay, Oxygen. I also picked Wanted because if you guys have ever played New Vegas, it's just kind of fun being able to like run around the desert and all of a sudden, holy shit, there's 10 Legion people behind me chasing me. I thought that was like, when I first heard it in the direct, I was like, okay, I'm easily picking that.
It makes you feel badass because you're like,
So all of you picked
You're
like
after-
Wanted.
I
picked
love it.
extrovert.
I got
Okay.
I also
you made your character you then. Okay.
I also picked
I don't know if I'm an
extrovert.
extrovert. I think I'm an introvert, but I picked extrovert so that the character can do all the social stuff, right? So
Right.
I picked that just to make like it. You can walk away without having to fight. You end up fighting every now and then, but you can just walk away without having to fight.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
of the ability to
Arky, you're
persuade.
talking to a panel that literally has fought for their lives in the games that they loved. I mean, Mass Effect and Halo, with all the games that we've all played over the years, we've all felt wanted in a way where we have to defend ourselves. So can't exactly shake
I
that
just
off.
play the Paragon. I just be nice to everyone. I do all the nice.
Not for me this time around.
Not
That's
for
fine.
me either.
Yeah, I have one
Suk,
question for Red and Bushido though.
Well, hang on. Keep that thought. Sorry, Suk, continue. I want to hear your thoughts on your character and how you've been.
I
living
also had extrovert because I figured why not have companions, and it gives you some type of bonus. I can't remember with the companions. And then the other trait that I picked was parents, whatever that one is. I just kid stuff. Yeah, I thought that was super interesting. It's like, damn, like that's a whole new thing that they're just adding to BGS games. Like you just have parents. Like that's kind of wild. I wanted to check out what that was. First reaction with the parents though, walking through the door, I was like, that doesn't look like my character. Like the dad looked almost exactly like the dad from the direct, and I was like, that's not what I thought he'd look like.
You're not my real dad.
Yeah, you're not my dad. Yeah, but after getting through that, it was pretty cool, and the conversations you could have with them are pretty interesting. All throughout the game too, they'll react to some things, and it's pretty interesting.
Right, and I have heard that the kid stuff trait, your parents are not. All I'll say is they are not stuck in their house at all. They do more than that.
That's another thing.
Crazy.
It's like, wait, what are you doing here? Yeah, no,
yeah.
It is pretty funny.
What you doing here, son? We just getting.
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
I've heard they come to your work and all. It's so fun.
You catch your dad on Neon.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me ask
He's
you.
like, son, what are you doing?
Have you met the milkman or the postal man yet? Have you met either one of those guys yet?
Oh,
no,
I
haven't.
Okay, I was just asking because they might be your real dad. Yeah,
that's hilarious. No, you know, I did run into the wanted, the bounty hunters in space, and I'm telling you, the first time I'm playing on hard, and I probably got killed 3 or 4 times.
I'm telling you, that's what happened.
I was
to
like,
me.
this is absolutely screwed. Like going against 2 bounty hunter ships in the beginning of the game is no joke. Like one, okay, I could get away with 1, but when you're shooting at 1 and one's constantly ripping you from behind, it's like, I can't. It took a while to get out of that.
Harder difficulties. I don't know if you've tried it. Like I was on very hard for a little bit, and I honestly ended up turning it down because I got into this encounter where I flew into a system, and then there were tons of pirate Crimson Fleet ships.
Yeah, the Crick system. Yeah, you get melted in there.
Exactly. There were a couple UC ships, so I said, okay, the Crimson Fleet was within my level. It's fine. I could take care of it. I don't have any ship upgrade things at all. You know, even I had the Frontier at its most basic, and they ripped me apart. It was a slaughter.
Damarco, have you tried, or has anyone tried to stealth with your ship? They show you how to do it early on.
Yeah, you can.
But you got to be very quick about it. You got to be like, okay, boop, 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 go over to your engines, shut your engines down, shut all your systems down, and just sort of like drift away. Especially if there's an asteroid and you just chill behind that asteroid, it works. It works.
Dude, talking about asteroids, you could blow them up and get resources from them.
I heard about that.
Set your engine to 1. Everything else has to shut off. You set your engine to 1, maybe 2. Right, you know how you can set power, right? So you set your engine to 1, and you can go very, very slow. You can stealth, right? So they won't be able to catch you. Well, not catch you. They won't be able to detect you, right? The alternative is if you really want to dogfight, cut your weapons down, oddly enough, and hit your engines all the way up, and then you can run, right? And that way you can get away from them. And like so, if you get missile lock, boost away, right? Like boost and veer away, right? Things like that. I mean, at this point, the ship I have, it doesn't matter. It's so much more
Typical
overpowered.
Bethesda stealth. You have your ship. You think it's far away, but then all of a sudden you get right in front of their face, and they go, "Is that a ship in front of us?"
Yep.
Even though you're like 2 feet away from them, they're like, "Who goes there?" And your ship, you just back away around the asteroid, and by the time you do, they go, "Oh, must have been seeing things."
Must have been something else. Yeah.
Listen, it's a classic.
So
that is I know.
I like it. Right, you get to choose whatever you want to do. You have to take everything away, though. Shields included. Right, if you want to stealth, you're at 1 bar of usage and engines. That's it.
I love that. I'm gonna have to mess with that. Jake says, "Can we talk about space flight? Am I the only one that feels kind of dissatisfied in the space flight? What are y'all's thoughts?" I mean, I think that I really love it. Especially, I didn't know that you could boost for so long because I'm so overwhelmed by so many things, and I didn't even know as click or stick you can boost, and I was like, that's awesome.
No, just a boost.
If you sort of tilt your stick to the left or the right while you're moving forward, you can also roll. And I don't know if I'm crazy, but I have literally dodged missiles and broken locks by doing that. Broken the lock-ons by doing that.
A system that you break lock-ons when you boost.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been just intuitively, I guess I'm just amazing.
You've just been doing the thing that you could do.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, Jake, I guess, I mean, I personally have loved it a lot. I guess like the maneuverability really just depends on the type of ship that you build. I know you guys have seen like my ship, and it's big. We'll talk about the ship building too. But
I have thoughts.
You have thoughts on ships?
I have thoughts on space travel.
Oh God. Okay, listen. I do want to talk about that because I do have thoughts on that as well. Real quick, let's just run through who's left. Mitch, what kind of character did you make?
Sure. Well, real quick, I just wanted to respond to Jake's point about the space flight. And I think it's absolutely fair that it's probably not for everyone. But I think one part that's kind of the beauty of it is that if you think your ship is too slow and kind of cumbersome to move around, there's a perk for that to make it more responsive. If you think it's not fast enough, there are parts you can attach, better engines, etc., to make it faster. If you think that it takes too long to kill other ships, you can upgrade your weapons. So I think it's kind of cool that, like, if you think it sucks, maybe there's an element to it that you can invest in with your credits or skills or whatever to like make that part of the game more fun. Maybe Jake just, from a more foundational level doesn't like the space flight, and that's completely fair. But if it's like a specific part of it, then like you can shape your character to try and alleviate that.
Yeah, isn't half of the tech skill tree just mainly around ships?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is.
Upgrading the weapons, the grav drive,
but it's other
everything.
stuff too. But yeah, it is a lot of it's the ships.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
Yeah, my character.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was building my character, and I didn't really know what kind of person to go with. A lot of people plan that ahead. I was just like building my character, making somebody that looked good, and partway through my character creation, I realized this guy looks like a fuckboy. So,
you and me both, Mitch. You and me both. Mine just looks like a pretty boy Sean Ashmore. I looked at him like, what the hell? What did I do?
God, space Starfield TikTok. Where's it at, right? Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
So I named him Chad, and
are you fucking kidding me?
You named him Chad. That's awesome.
He memes his first playthrough.
No, you didn't. Oh my God.
Please tell me you didn't, Mitch. No.
I did, yeah.
Oh my.
I've waited years for this game. My whole life. Built a whole channel about this. Chad. Yeah. Welcome to Starfield.
Awesome. Yeah.
Sorry to all the Chads out there.
The name was actually my girlfriend's idea. As we realized, this guy's a fuckboy. That was a great idea for the name. But
Chad.
I actually can't remember which background I took. It was one of the ones near the bottom of the list. Pistols was one of the skills. I didn't read into it too much. But
was it Ronin like mine?
It was not Ronin.
That was okay, good.
Yeah, I didn't want a melee build for sure. And then the traits I took Freestar Collective Settler. I've been in love with that faction from day one, so that was kind of a must. I took Introvert because I'm not a fan of companions, and I kind of regret it only because of the fact that the main quest forces you to have a companion with you a lot of times. So I wasn't expecting that, and if I knew that going
just
in
the beginning, though, isn't it? They sort of want to settle you in.
That could be because I'm still pretty early days on the main quest.
So was it Space Scoundrel or something like that? Was it that one?
Scoundrel.
Yeah.
So
it says pistols with 10 more damage. You can now utilize your ship thrusters and 10% chance of pursuing someone. So
that was it. Yeah, thank you.
The Han Solo trait, literally, which is awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That reminds me, my other trait was Neon Street Red. I don't know how the fuck I forgot that. I'm a Neon Street Red all day, baby.
That's a Cyberpunk thing. That's a Cyberpunk thing.
God, dude. Cyberpunk. I cannot leave Neon City. The music on the... Dude, it is like... I don't know if anyone's been there yet, but the music, it's like this very melancholic, somber, haunting like vocalization. It's so good. I love how each major city has its own theme. I love it. God, the music just absolutely blows me away. Speaking, Jonas in chat is going. Are we headed to Neon for one night stands again, Captain Chad? He says.
Oh my
And he
God,
turns
that's
around.
good.
He's like, "You're damn right." Now get me chocolate. But
He stays in the club.
he stays in the club. He's like, "Okay, I'll be here guarding the Aurora that you're snorting as you fly."
Oh shit! You know what I should have done? I should have made a melee build and had him specialize in long swords.
There you go. Pew, 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 pew. I can't do any noises.
Was it the 19 inches from the Venom collection? Okay, I'm sorry.
There you go. There you go. Listen, who's in charge of
go,
sound bites?
Christ.
Listen, you all feel free to use your sound bites in the show. By the way, I meant to tell everyone that to begin with. Just
yeah.
there we go. That's how Neon works.
It's
Yes,
free for all now,
yes.
boys.
Woohoo! That's my favorite one forever and always.
The fart one or the moan one? Because they're both pretty good. So.
The noise that I make whenever I go to Neon, which
okay. I was gonna say.
DeMarco will do it.
He doesn't do it quick enough. Oh, there it is.
No,
Oh, what?
that's not what I do. But that's close. That's what I do. I guess in my
Do not listen. Everybody that's here, do not click the applause one. That is they need to remove this, and I keep forgetting about it until afterwards. This shit lasts 12 freaking years. Oh, whoever hit it,
Thank
you're
you
a
so
douchebag.
Oh, it ended. Perfect. Good.
Yeah, normally it lasts for about 12 seconds after you click it. So.
That was the golf clap one, not the applause.
Oh, okay, that's fine. The applause one just was like, it's almost like I can't stand it. I'm removing it after the show ends. I'm telling y'all that now.
I'm so scared.
I'm so scared.
I know you're. Lex, don't be scared. Lex.
I'm so scared.
Lex, what
Dude,
kind
how
of?
did she just turn into Todd Howard? What was that?
Who are you?
What
in,
was that?
Who are you? I think the face like lined up perfectly. If you can like line your face up, Lex, and then now hit it.
Hit what?
The button.
Hit what?
Hit the button.
I'm so scared.
It was perfect.
Thank you, thank you, Lex. What kind of character are you in Starfield? Your backgrounds, your traits, your loves, your hates. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but look at me go.
Well, while you're chit chatting, I've reached the end of the game.
Oh wow! You just casually beat the game.
Oh yeah.
The whole time, just basic as shit over there. Like,
Wow.
yeah, whatever. It ended.
Whatever.
New game
It was
plus
alright.
I can't talk about it because if you guys haven't got to it, I don't want to be like.
Not even close.
No, we're not even.
I know, that's where I'm at,
close.
Lexi. I'm like, dude, I need to talk to somebody about this. This shit is bonkers.
Just go to the mirror and start going. This
Yeah.
is what you feel. This is what you did.
Yeah, you're nothing.
I said-
Yeah, sorry.
I
That's
said
how I felt-
earlier
that's how I felt
when
when
I
I
thought
beat
it was
Jedi
my
Survivor.
turn.
Okay.
When I thought it was my turn, and I spoke over Assassin. So I did choose Dreamhome, and the house is literally like a modern day mansion.
What kind of planet is it on?
It's on a nice planet, you know.
Like trees and stuff?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's green. It's got water.
The green trees, yeah, because there's all kinds of trees. Okay, nice. What
And
kind of-
there's a panel inside where you can customize the entire interior.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's dope. I love that. It's like Hitman.
So you already have stairs in there. It looks great. It's worth the credits. And
Does
by
it
the
come
way, do the Crimson Fleet questline.
You have to pay.
You get
120,000 a week
right.
for it.
I'm not going to spoil
If
the
you
actual
listen to
questline.
all of the advice on this panel, you would just basically have to do
Yeah,
every
play
single
everything.
quest
Yeah,
line.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
no. I
close
mean,
to doing the
you don't
Crimson
get a
Fleet.
ship.
Everyone said
you-
something.
you-
Yeah.
You don't get a ship. You don't get anything like that. You get, and I kid
Well,
you
I-
not,
But hang on, don't. Just because I know how I am, I know how other people might be too. My brain is gonna go on fire. I'm gonna start accidentally thinking about what it could be. Listen.
Yeah,
let's just
do that.
Let's avoid any even remotely
We'll
spoiler
just say
stuff.
it's
well,
Assassin's
I'm gonna
dildo.
temper.
That's what we'll say.
I'm gonna have to temper expectations.
How about we don't?
I'm sorry.
Let's
what's
just
my build
just
now?
not even go there. Let's just not even go there. I know you're really excited. You just finished the game. Let's just stay focused. Stay on target. That's a reference.
You could
No,
do it,
no.
Lexi. You can do
I'm
it.
not gonna. I'm not gonna say what you get, but I can tell you it is not a ship and it's not a weapon.
Cool, that's it. Keep it there.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Yeah.
We get a bigger
Yeah.
penis. Thanks.
Nice. Thanks, Sarah. Are you happy now? So
I definitely recommend
I'm sure she
it.
is.
And if you don't know how to if you don't know how to start the quest line, get caught with contraband, and then pay the bounty, get turned in. Then you'll meet someone.
wait, stop.
You'll meet someone. You'll meet someone.
I'm gonna mute you, Lex.
I didn't
I'm
say
gonna
it.
mute you.
I
Put her
didn't
from
say
the
it.
fucking podcast.
We don't want to know
Fuck this.
anything. We don't want to know anything.
Okay,
Nothing.
okay. Well,
You
that
can
was
also
the
just
quest
continue
line.
the Vanguard and all that stuff. You don't have to start it by getting contraband.
The
other
contraband's
ways to
the
do it.
quickest.
Yeah,
Contraband's
but
the
you don't have
quickest.
to do it that way.
Hey, yeah, there's something also that I guys wanted to talk to you about. So I was talking with my friend a couple days ago. He asked me what I thought about Starfield since I was playing early access. He was gonna play it on Game Pass day one, so he wanted to know some of the things about the game. I told him a lot of things that were non-spoilerly. And then when I told him that Vasco could say people's names, he's like, "Oh, cool! Can you search up and see if my name is on that list?" Because I think I don't remember if it was like Bethesda themselves, but they showed up a list of names that Vasco can say, and his name was not on that list, and his name was Hector, right? So I told him, "Yeah, your name's not on that list," and so he told me his last name, right? Because he thought maybe Captain last name would be good.
His last name is
was
last
on
name?
his last name was not on that list. It was not last name.
So wait,
But
his
here's what
last
was.
name is not on that list, or his actual last name is not on the list?
No, neither his first or last name was on
What's
that
his
list.
last name,
But
assassin?
It was Jason.
Wow, you giving up his? I'm about to say you giving up his government information.
Yeah.
Assassin.
Wait,
Sorry, go ahead.
his last name was Jason? That's
Yeah, his
weird.
last name was Jason.
He has two first names as his name.
Hector
That's weird.
Jason.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hector
Vegeta,
Jason.
what does it matter? He doesn't know y'all. Y'all don't know.
Yeah,
who
but
he
that
is.
makes it
fine.
easier
Looks
for me
like.
to steal his social security
Give me his
information.
social
I'll
security
find
number.
him. Don't
Give me
worry,
all
I'll
9
find
of
him.
the numbers.
Right.
I just need his last
No, but-
score. Now.
No, but you want to know what sold him on the game though? I told him, well, your name's not on that list, but Fuckface is.
That's awesome.
He just started
Is it
laughing
really?
and said, "You know what? I'm gonna." Yes, it is.
Stop it.
They had so many like those in Fallout
Yeah.
4. That's awesome that they're still
Oh,
doing
I
that.
love that.
Yeah, he just burst out laughing. He's like, "Okay, I'm sold."
Yodani Kazada says, "I think I'm fucked, y'all. Vasco not gonna say my name. He's gonna call me Captain Shitface." That's fantastic. I love that. I love that. Did you guys know? Did you guys see the scene? It's very early on, where Barrett goes up and talks to Vasco, and he's like, "We need to check your programming," and he's like, "That sounds good, sweetie," and he's like, "What the fuck did you just say?" And he's like, "Everything is good, baby," and like he's like, anyway, no one saw this.
I don't remember that.
What? Oh my! I recorded it. I
Wow.
sent it to you guys.
Well, we don't play on easy, so that's probably why.
That's what it
normally
was.
happens. Okay.
That's what it was. I never fight anyone in this game.
Even though I'm on very easy. No, I'm playing. Okay.
So Mac, you are the only one left. We have not got to your background and your traits.
Background as a soldier. I think Sook's the only one that said soldier, right? I don't know if anybody else
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I looked. It was either that or bounty hunter. I was pulling the Mandalorian thing. I wanted to be that guy.
Yes.
Because Mandalorian, as you could tell, right there. There's some Mandalorian stuff right there. I'm a big Mando fan. My backgrounds were the alien DNA, which I didn't mind, and the worst one I picked was the freaking Enduring fan. I thought, hey, this guy's gonna be at least decent. I'm gonna shoot his fucking. I'm gonna take him out to an outpost as soon as I can, and I'm gonna blow his fucking brains right out of his head. So, and then I have the 1-at-1. So it's the 1-at-1 is, like I said earlier, it's pretty tricky when you're dealing with freaking space combat. But now I haven't dealt with it since I got my better ship, so we'll see how that goes on my next run through. And thank God for autosave, like I said, because if not, I'd have been pissed because I would have,
Yeah.
I'd have just deleted the character and moved on. So
Right.
Okay, since you guys are further along in the game, I just want to ask you all one question, and
Yeah.
it's the most important thing in a Bethesda game for me. Has anyone, any of you,
Yes.
found a sweet roll?
Oh hell yeah, dude! I found a couple of them. I was like, yeah.
Oh, nice.
when
So-
I found them.
I
Yes!
took a picture. Okay, so in Crete, it's actually one of my loading screen pictures. I took a picture of there's a kitchen, And if you ever worked in a kitchen, they'll hang tickets every time that you get an order. There are 2 tickets hanging in the kitchen, and it says sweet roll. It just says sweet roll, and it was an order for food. And I took a picture of it. I love that. I can send it to you guys. It's so funny. Yes.
So real quick before we move on, Red, I do have to go. I talked to Red about this before yesterday. I have to leave now. So
all good.
I'm gonna
Listen,
throw my little.
Anyone else that has a heart out, also you can leave whenever you want. I didn't want to keep everyone here. Well, good. Then stay. No, you're good.
Okay. Real quick, I have to throw my. It was my fist. Don't worry.
Good, my ass.
Just want to clarify.
Oh,
what?
okay.
No.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna throw my. I'm gonna throw my stuff and I'm gonna head
What's
out.
happening?
Everybody know. What?
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, that's so horrible.
All right, it's
Just go
MacBound.
ahead.
Everybody knows my YouTube. I've been uploading on my YouTube. I don't know if everybody here knows, but I've been doing my YouTube Let's Play and reviews. I'll put it in the chat if you guys want to sub. If you're not, everybody knows. Everywhere else, Twitch, all that. Everybody knows me. It's MacBound. It's simple enough. But I'm gonna head out, you guys. Thanks again, Lexi, Damarco, Hargy. Of course, this was nice to see you. Sassin, Mitch, Sook, everybody else. Red, go fuck yourself. All right,
Yeah,
I'll see you guys later.
See you later. Oh my God, I love Jonas.
I'm going to make a channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a channel with his logo and just call it Backmount just to confuse everybody.
Oh my God, that is such a callback. Whenever I called Matt, I was trying to bound young Mac. Whenever we had Sapio on. Yes, that was good. I got to blow us up a little bit. Anyway, yeah. Anyone else have a heart out? Anyone else had to head out?
No, I'm good.
You good?
I'm
You good?
itching to play Starfield.
As you all know, I just start getting sleepy when it starts getting later.
It's because you don't eat, or maybe you eat too much before the show. I don't know what's happening, but either way, it's fine.
No, I sit in front of Tuesday's my only day where I go to the office, so I sit in front of the computer all day, and then I come here and I sit in front of the computer all day. To do this. So it's just like Tuesdays for me become just these, I don't know, 14-hour stretches where I'm just here in 2 different spots though.
Nice. Speaking of stretches, Jonas says Jonas was not on the list, but I could be named Dick Erectus and it would be fine. Fantastic.
Hey, dude.
Max says he can hear you. Assassin. Yes. Is there an alarm going off?
Yeah, I might have to go.
Yeah, you might want to go, man. Yeah, be safe. Whatever the hell's going on. This is not a drill.
I repeat.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, dude, I gotta go. They said please leave immediately. I'm sorry, guys. This
it's all
sucks.
Good luck, Mitch.
All right.
Good luck, buddy.
Have fun.
All right,
Be
fire,
safe.
Joe.
Good luck.
All right,
Don't
see you
die.
guys. Thank
See
you,
you,
Wolf.
Yeah, always.
Damn, that's
That was
crazy.
good timing.
Yeah. And
Does anyone need to go? Fire alarm.
around 7:45ish Eastern.
Okay, yeah, you got to get ready for RDX.
for RDX, yeah.
Perfect. All right, I'm just gonna blow this
Another
up
half
a little
hour or
bit.
so.
See if I can stretch us a little bit more. Yeah, baby, that way. Chat. All right, so what the hell was I talking about? Anyway,
Talking about
everyone in
sweet rolls.
chat. Sweet roll. That's where I was. Yes, sweet rolls. And everyone in chat, you're a little sweet roll. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And this game really is sort of once in a very long time type of game. Does that make sense? Sure. And it's really special to a lot of people because it's synonymous with a lot of people's sort of I guess the types of games that they like. Like for me, for example, Bethesda really was a big jumping off point into RPGs growing up, and just the fact that they ended up making a game that I've been literally dreaming of. Like I've always wanted a game like this, and then it happens to be Bethesda. It's crazy. Let's see. I just want to catch up on chat real quick. I think some other people were. Oh no, I didn't miss anything. It's fine. Jonas says, "See you, Mitch. Hopefully he survives his next sleep cycle." Is that a college joke?
That's pretty funny.
No.
They
That's
say that
what
in
Vasco
Starfield,
says.
right?
Vasco
Yeah.
says that. I'm glad that you survived your latest sleep cycle.
Oh, okay. Like cryo sleep.
No, just like in general, because you never know how long a day is or whatever. Because who knows what planet you're on? It's just a sleep cycle.
Gotcha. Understood. Fantastic. Well, look. What I did want to get into is some of our favorite. I just wanted to just go all positive. I mean, you guys, we can talk. I know Assassin, I haven't forgot, you do want to talk about the space travel, and we'll get into that as long as we don't run out. We're sort of running a little behind, but it's fine. Let's talk about our most, sort of the things that we're so happy with in the game. And Damarco, why don't you go first, man? What are some of your favorite things in the game?
I have to agree with what a lot of other folks are saying, which is the writing, and it's really because the one thing about Starfield that I will say is it feels it's so pleasant to be back in a Bethesda game, and I think after 76 and after Fallout 4, everybody sort of knows what I mean, and then you get into some of these quest lines and. Again, not to go too deep into it, but there's one on Mars where you talk to a miner and then you help them out a little bit and you go through this whole spiel. And I got involved in this gigantic tangent of quests on Mars that ended up taking me, I don't know, 10, 12 hours of things that I was doing back and forth. And of course, you have a little bit of that repetitiveness where it's go here and deliver this into that guy. You go, all right, fine. And then they're like, good job. Now go back to that guy again. You're like, all right, fine. And then they're like, oh, thank you, but now go back to that guy. And you're like, all right, fine. But so there's like a little bit of that sometimes, but ultimately, when it comes down to it, feels like you're playing a proper Bethesda game. And that's the best part to me, because I've wanted, for me, it's, let's see, do the math, 12 years, I guess, 2011 was the last time I was really thoroughly enjoying a Bethesda Game Studios game. So 12 years ago was the last time I felt that, and I finally have that again, and it's because of the quest. It's not running off on the planets for me, and I knew that wasn't going to be the case, but it's that stuff when Bethesda's curating it and they're tailoring that experience. That's when I'm having the most fun, and I love that stuff. I love that stuff to death, and they did good with the role-playing side of it. They really did.
Yes, really happy with all the skill checks, and really especially like with your like if you're a Neon Street Rat, for example, you really there's some in something that Cyberpunk did really well too with some of their skill checks, the way that they handled that. You say something to someone, and because you were really into your character building to begin with, if you're role playing that way, you're like, yeah, I would say this, like, because that's who I am. I don't know, it just feels so good. Like, it's such a return to form for Bethesda. And I totally agree with you on that. Hargy, you touched on this before, saying that you're just getting lost, and you're going on one tangent and it leads to another tangent and stuff like that. What are some of your? Is that one of your favorite things about the game, or what is sort of your highlight for Starfield that you're happy with?
It's like a combination of the storytelling, the quests you're getting that just seem to be fun and like you want to see where it goes, that keeps you hooked. The gunplay is really, well, to me it's pretty good. It's RPG, right? It's not like, this isn't Call of Duty, right? It's not Halo. It's not like the weapon you have is always going to perform the same way. It is still, percentages, and you have to realize that, right? It's an RPG after all. But that's the thing, right? It's an RPG, and then random things happen, and you pick up new stuff, right? And it's not like a canned experience of you will have a phase 1 and act 1 and act 2 and act 3, right? Yeah. It's do whatever you want, and you don't have to do the main quest line. You can spend 2,000 hours in this game and never touch the main quest, right? You do whatever you want. It's very open, and there's so much stuff all over the place. Now it's funny, you see in some reviews like it's barren. It's like I don't know if they don't realize that. Look, if you look at a planet, just take Earth, right? It's a habited planet with humans. If I went to any part of the planet, there's a good 70-80% chance there's nothing there. That's just reality, right? That's this planet. Now, what do you expect happens if you colonize another planet? And why do you expect there to just be stuff it makes no sense. You have to realize it's a planet, right? People are used to gamifying things and saying a planet is the size of like Manhattan and you can walk around it. Yep. Well, sorry, that's not a planet, right? Try to walk around the Earth. Good luck. We'll see you in the 20 years when you can walk. It's not going to happen, okay? Like it's ridiculous to think that that's something you can do. right? But that's what they want to do. Like that's going to be useless to you. You need to find the things you need and go make that happen. And that's what Bethesda did, because they're like, you would never want to do this. You would never walk around Earth. It was just, it's mind-bogglingly stupid to think that that's something you would do, right? But somehow you want to do that. Why? Like you got to find the things you need, and the planet will give you an abundance of things that are available to you based on what you need. And you know, it's the landscapes are incredible. Like each planet is correct in that it has cold zones, hot zones, right? And everything, like you go there, it's the way it should be. It's in the dark right now. It's in the light right now. You can see the other planets. You can see, like, it's crazy, and the lighting, it's phenomenal what they've done with this thing. Now the character models, as an RPG should be, right? It's not supposed to be fully defined, but people want to have like the fully rendered faces that are captured mocap, and like that's not what this is. This is all random stuff that's being generated for you. Some of them are curated. Those look better, but that's the way it is. And so I'm loving it. I think it's I haven't felt again this way since Zelda, and they're just games where you're like, I pick it up and I can't stop playing. I just want to keep delving back into that universe, and this is one of those games. Now, to be fair, I haven't played Baldur's Gate. That apparently is really good too. I'll at some point try to play that. I own it on PC. I haven't gotten to it yet, and I'm hoping it'll have the same kind of effect. But that one's more niche, right? That one's even more, Dungeons and Dragons. It's all roll of the dice, right? So I don't know how well that flows with most people. I think this is far more accessible, but it is an RPG. It literally is you choose your path, and that's the part that makes it so fun. It's just like with Zelda, I don't have to do the main quest first. I can just go do whatever I want. I'm going to go that direction and see what's out there and just keep going and going and going, right? And you can just do that here. Exactly. Well, I'm just going to go to that star system. Let's see what's happening over there. And suddenly you get 3 more quests, right? Some random stuff happens, and you're like, oh, this is great, right? And I still have so many quests in my backlog of quests in that, the quest log that I can just go after, right? It's so awesome. And you can just stop a quest right in the middle and go to the next one. Right? Like, yes. I can't kill this guy. Well, I'm just gonna go do that other one first. I'll
come back later.
Awesome. Yeah, exactly. It just leaves it right there. Yep. It's awesome, right? So I'm loving all this. I'm trying to read through the reviews, right? So, because we're probably gonna talk about it in RDX, right? And the nitpickiness, I'm like, seriously, the stuff that they're picking up. But for me, I'm enjoying it. I think this is a mid-9s to me. It's a fantastic game. I'm putting it up there at Game of the Year with Zelda. I think it's in that realm. Again, I haven't played Baldur's Gate. I tend to think because it's kind of niche, it's probably not going to hit that, but I think it'll get nominated. But this should get it. It deserves it. It's really, really good. I'm just loving being in this universe. It's just great. And again, I haven't, like, my eyes are probably red. I have not slept. I just keep playing this game. That's what
yes.
I love it. I just keep playing. So
as long as Keely's in charge of the TGA, Starfield is not going to be nominated, unfortunately.
I'll joff Keely. Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, that is a big takeaway. Another big takeaway. We have 22 people in chat. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I don't know where you came from, but you're here now. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Speaking of appreciation, Sue, so glad you're here. Taking time out of your day, out of Starfield.
Hey, man, I appreciate being here.
I think, you know what it is? I think I appreciate everyone being here so much because you know what we could be doing? We could be playing Starfield.
The game. We could be playing,
Yeah.
One step ahead of you.
Playing Starfield.
You know what? Fuck this.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. So, what's your big takeaway? Being covering this game for so long, like Damarco, like so many other people, Lorefield. What is your big takeaway? What's the thing that if you could, like, the first thing that pops into your head when you're like, one thing I love about this game is this?
Well, the game just rocks in every aspect. I think it has, and it's like a whole bunch of different games combined. And honestly, I'm really just excited about everything. It's got the normal BGS quests and whatnot, like Damarco was saying, and that's all amazing. And even to say something about what Damarco said, even when you plan even when you get on a random planet, they still have handcrafted stuff just randomly placed. So like if you'll be walking around and you come up to some outpost and whatnot, they might have a quest and you could help them out, and I think that's super interesting, and that might bring you to another dungeon that's randomly placed, all that stuff. It's just, I could go on and on and on and on about what I really love about this game, but I think I'll just explain some of the fun points I had. Welcome back, Mitch. First off, I think one of the first like holy shit moments, I don't know if we're allowed to curse or what have you, but I landing on the moon for the first time. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is so cool. This is bonkers. Like, if you're into space and whatnot, it's just super cool. Like thinking back on the Apollo missions and all that stuff. So like having your feet on the ground for the first time and looking up and seeing the sun and how giant it is, and just it, slamming the moon. It was just so cool. A couple other things. The gunplay feels great. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to feel that great. Like, it's so snappy. Like, you go to aim and it's right there. Like, it's like, holy shit. I thought Fallout 4 was good. I love it. That's one of my favorite games. This gunplay is so much better. It's unbelievable. Speaking about that, shooting gas tanks and stuff, like helium-3 tanks are just everywhere. You blow them up anywhere you are. I got killed a couple times earlier today like that. Grappling is one thing that surprised the absolute hell out of me. Just like being able to vault over things like fences and whatnot.
Dude, that blew me away. I was like,
I couldn't believe it. I was like, a BGS game? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Grappling? Yeah. What?
Right.
It just got added into Skyrim as a mod, like 15 years later, or whatever, however long it's been.
You're forgetting the most important part: ladders. You can now climb
ladders was funny. It feels almost like God of War, like where you press X and then you're just going up it, and you can either go back down or go up it, but you're still like behind the player. I thought that was interesting. One thing I was super worried about was how space flight's gonna feel. Like, we knew coming into it, it wasn't manual landing, all that. I was pretty worried, to be honest. Like, the week of Starfield, I was like, damn, like this is now going from a dream to a reality where like, we're going to judge it at some point, right? And it might not live up to what my dreams are. And honestly, after playing it for, I don't know, probably like 35 hours in, something like that, it feels good. And there's a couple things that make it feel even better. Like, you could just fast travel to another side of a planet. You need to get on your ship, go back up into space, and then come around and land down. You could just press, like, there's a bunch of little quality of life and like things that I've found throughout playing, and like being frustrated. It's like, damn, dude, I gotta go back into space just to get on the other side of the planet. Like, that's just one of them. But I don't know, I could go on and on and on about the great things I love in this game. I think Hargeet and Damarco mentioned a good amount of what I would have said, but
yeah,
overall it's just unbelievable. And I personally, we've been thinking about the game for how long, right? Way too long. So, and I've been theorizing, and so I hopped in. I was like, dude, I gotta finish the main story. I have to, dude. I need to get right to it. So that's what I did, and it's awesome. And the only thing I'll say is it just gets exponentially crazier and awesome. It's good.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Great takes. So many great points. I'd ask Bushido, but he's asleep. Oh my God! Speaking of the devil, you're awake.
Oh my goodness, you thought I was asleep. Oh no!
I'm kidding. You go ahead.
I want to ask you, the guys that finished the game. Now, I've been hearing a lot of things about going straight through mainstreaming it, and then finish the game. Does the game? Now, I was told that the game doesn't. All right, I've been told that the game really opens up, but I was told also that the side quests and everything reset. Is that true?
Has anyone else beat it here other than Lexi? Lexi just beat it, right? Yeah.
Honestly,
I'd rather have you just figure that out yourself.
Oh, come on. Look, I'll put it this way.
Especially for the viewers and stuff. Who knows what they want to hear.
So I'll put it this way. I don't want to mainline the story and finish it, and then I have to do all the stuff that I've been wanting to do as I've been playing anyway. But maybe you could send me something on Twitter, DM me.
I would say let's leave it to DMs just to be safe.
I'm concerned about
be extra sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you something.
I don't want to. No, go ahead.
I don't want anyone to really hyper focus on what could be and that ruin their experience, if that makes any sense. So even knowing something
I find myself
that,
doing that too.
If even if I know, like I said this last night, even if someone knows that a character doesn't die, that's a spoiler, because then that removes all the high stakes for that character whenever they're in danger, like in a TV show.
Yeah, I'm not asking stuff like that.
Right.
That's not what I'm asking.
No. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, let's just leave that.
No, let's not. DM me. I need somebody to DM me, because
someone
if I
DM
finish
him.
this game and then it's all like everything else resets and you don't get this and it, like what is it, the perk that I gain? That's what I want to ask. What do I gain by mainlining it?
I'd say the only thing I could say is mainlining is it could be worth it if you really want to.
All right, okay.
Somebody DM this guy.
Yeah,
we just lost 5 people. Let's move on. So Bushido, what's your big takeaway from this game that you absolutely fell in love with overall?
All right, first off, like everyone else has said, I've been waiting for this game. Me and Assassin were talking before in one of the Xbox parties. You probably weren't there because you never come in with us, but that's neither here nor there. I don't like you, but, whatever. Yeah, I don't like you either. But anyway, so we were talking, and neither does Assassin. So we were talking, and Assassin has said something interesting. And at first, I thought it was a bridge too far, but as I started to play it, I was like, you know what, he was right. I got to start listening more to what Assassin has to say, even though if it may sound dumb, usually, I still gotta listen to it. He said that to me, this is gonna be my Mass Effect open world game. Oh. And so when he said it, I was like, well, I think it might be a little, further than that, but okay, I'm hyped for the game too. He's right. He was right. As I've played the game, and I played now in third person. I switch back and forth with Bethesda games. I don't know why. Because probably tomorrow I'll probably be playing first person. But as I've played the game, the way you can walk down the city, any city, settlement or whatever, and you hear someone talking, and next thing you know, you got a mission. You got a side quest for that. You could go onto another planet that has nothing charted on there, but there's an outpost there with maybe 4 people there, and they'll give you a mission. Listen, before you finish, you got a list of missions that you have to scroll all the way down on your TV screen twice
on the TV
look
screen.
At all of them. Yeah, I'm so serious. It's ridiculous, and I'm still not finished. There are places that I didn't go to, and I was like, no, I can't handle the quest. Like I love all the options. The options are like endless. You could take on. I think you could take on 2 different jobs. In other words, I could work for the Lone Star Rangers. I could work for the Rangers, and I could still do the other quests I'm working for, which I'm working undercover. And I like the fact that you could do those things, and I could still keep everything I'm doing in the game, and nothing goes away. Like it doesn't keep me on this track. You know what I mean? I like the fact that I'm just completely in love with that, and I'm always in love with loot. You give me new guns.
Yes.
You give me new resources so I could make something else. Like if you keep giving me things like that, and then make me have to go back and get this again so I could finish making this, you're gonna have me forever. I'm sitting here really contemplating on whether I should buy Liza P or just wait and see how long it's inside the Game Pass, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to come off of this game at all this year. And the same thing, I already pre-ordered Alan Wake, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to play it. I was going to get Madden. I don't know when I'm going to be able to play it. I'm just hooked into this game. Listen, I haven't been like this as a teenager or younger man, where you wake up and the first thing I want to do besides brush my teeth and wash myself is to go downstairs and get on the game.
Yeah.
And I play for 12 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then fall
That's
asleep
so
on the
cool,
game. I
man.
forgot who said that. Yeah, I was falling asleep on the game the other night, and I was like, man, I should go to bed, but I really want to finish doing this. So
Yeah.
this
Dude, I'm
game's
falling
got
asleep.
some-
I need coffee, and it's
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning.
I literally
Yeah.
find myself at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, damn, I wish I was just a brain hooked up to a computer. Like, why do I need to eat? Why do I need to eat and sleep and all this
Why do I need to
bullshit?
eat and
Like, let me
sleep?
just keep
Exactly.
playing.
Yeah.
Exactly. I would
I
love
actually-
to be able to just rate the game right now, but I can't.
Yeah, I haven't played through the
I
faction stuff either.
really can't rate this game right now. To say it's a 7 would be, to me, disservice in the game. I really think it's going to be above that, but I want to finish it and see what happens at the very end of all of this, the experience, because I might walk away from this. I don't do this too often, but I might give it a 10. I might give it a 9. I want to see what happens and what I'm going to give it at the very end.
That's fantastic. Yeah, and that's you said so. I feel like everyone has had such great points so far about what their most all their positives about the game. You nailed a bunch of them as well. And real quick, because I am a host and I understand how timing feels when you have a panel of people. So Hargeet, I want to give you the opportunity to tell people who you are, where you're going, where people can find you. I know you got to head out soon, so I figured I'd give you some time in between this break.
Yeah, so Hargi Chani, I'm part of RDX, which will be starting in like 25 minutes on Dealer Gaming's channel. I'm also on Boom's Wednesday primetime gaming show. That's Double Barrel Gaming is the channel there. And Game on Daily, check out gameondaily.com or youtube.com/gameondaily with Gaz and Asa. And Gaz has his own little channel where he does some fun stuff called Septic Sauce.
Oh, yes.
You can check out some fun stuff there too. But yeah, and I'm H Chani on Discord and H Chani on Xbox.
Yes, yeah. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, man. It was a surprise. I didn't know Mac even invited you. I was like, "What the hell are you doing here?" What a nice surprise. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, and everyone go check out RDX and Mr. Boomstick. Was it Boomstick? It's Primetime.
Primetime Gaming, yeah.
Primetime Gaming. That's what. Yeah. And Boom is awesome. He's got Mag on. Mag's part of XNC with Colt. I mean, there's so many people on Boom Show. Honestly, I can't keep up. But I love checking in.
And Asante and Wandering Dutch every now and then shows up.
Yes, he just wanders around, doesn't he? Yeah, thank you so much, Hargy. I'm glad you're loving Starfield. And I'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks so much for being on.
You guys.
All right, see
Later,
you, man.
buddy.
Nice to meet you, man.
Later, Hargate.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure he had some time to sort of get out of here while we're in the middle of all this. So yeah, where are we at here? Mitch. Well, Mitch, you're back. And so what was that all about?
It sounds like somebody burned popcorn in the microwave, triggered the fire alarm.
That'll do it.
Oh man.
So the fire department showed up,
Shenanigans.
walked through the building, and 10 minutes later, we were all good to come back in.
Fantastic.
That's good.
Well, good. I'm glad you're not dealing with any, some serious stuff. That's good. Real quick, Jonas says, well, hang on. Real quick, let me shout out everyone in chat. Grey Mo Nut just showed up. It's Timmy is here, as always. Thank you guys so much for being here. I know I say that a lot, and I mean it. I say it. Did someone just fart? It's fine. I think it was a chair.
It's my chair.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, as he wafts.
Are you in a chair? It looks like you're under a... I thought that was you, Mitch. Woohoo.
The old duck under the seat.
Exactly. Mitch is safe, Jake says. Thank Gandhi, he says. That's what he said in chat. Jonah says, I remember quitting the game a couple days ago thinking, I can't wait for this game to get started after the intro stuff is over. Then realizing my playtime was over 20 hours. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sorry for the terrible Norwegian accent I just did. But I was kind of close.
No, you're not.
That was good. Is that real?
No, you're
Wait, it sounded like an echo. Was that a soundbite?
That's Mitch again.
Mitch,
Yeah,
come
it's
on,
Mitch.
man. I love it. Keep doing it. So, Mitch, what are your... Have I asked you already? What's your... No, I didn't. I asked you who you were. I see what's happening. Assassin is in the bathroom.
No.
Nice.
No, I'm just making noises to see if I can
That's what
make
they all say.
Voice noises. Yes. So Mitch, what is your big takeaways from the game? Because we had a lot of expectations, and out of all those expectations, what are some of the things that you really sort of latched onto in terms of the excitement, the positivity, and you were really surprised by?
Well, first of all, I'll just say that I think even through all these years of waiting for the game and talking about it and speculating about it, I think that wait has been absolutely worth it. My expectations have probably been exceeded. I understand what some people have to say about, space flight feeling a little bit disconnected from the rest of the game. I think it's pretty obvious that Bethesda wasn't going for a No Man's Sky type of experience. So I'm fine with the way they handled it. But just like my big takeaway was that it takes so much time for you to realize what the game is about. I have 16 hours at this point, and it still feels like I'm in the introductory stages. I probably am. It's just, such a huge game. Oh gosh, what are some of my other takeaways? A little bit. I'm a little bit scared to explore new systems because I don't want to be the way I do Bethesda games, that I start in one pocket, one area, and I completely clear that area, and then I go to the next area and I completely clear that area. It's really hard to do that.
It's gonna take a long time, buddy.
Yeah. So having to kind of switch that mentality a little bit to you aren't going to do everything here. Just go to the next place and do some stuff there is a little bit of an adjustment that I'm still trying to make. But yeah, besides that, just so thrilled with the game. Just the variety of creatures, the variety of environments. It's incredible. I'm playing games in ways that I never have before, using different tactics in combat. I sent you guys a clip, or dropped one in Renegade's channel, or Wolf's channel, where I just threw a mine in somebody's face to kill him. It's just stupid stuff like that. It's just such a blast. And the other thing is shipbuilding. I didn't think I was going to really use the shipbuilding, and I have this monster of a ship that was modeled after a cruise ship. It has 4 levels, and it has a bunch of living quarters. It's ridiculous. The thing is, it takes so long to accelerate because it's so bulky. It's like if you pick Bowser and the heaviest cart in Mario Kart and try to press A to go. It's just takes ages to get up to speed. But it's been so much fun. I'm loving it.
That's awesome. That is fantastic. Colt in chat says, oops, let me get back to, oh god, I didn't mean to be me. I'm always me, and I don't want to be me. Sorry, let me get back to chat. Colt says, I have 2 playthroughs going at the same time. That, I don't want to know why. Also, Colt, I DM'd you. If you want to jump in here real quick. Colt! That'd be great. You don't have to stay for long. Just wanted to offer the chair.
He doesn't want to come in the party because I'm in here. Because he only
That's what it is. See, he's going to come in here and be like, listen, assassin. He's going to cuss for the first time in his whole life because you said that. Real quick, I had a poll going. This was interesting because I always like to ask this question about Bethesda games. If you're playing in first or third person in a Bethesda game, and it looks like the consensus is let's end it after 14 votes. 50% is a little bit of both, and I think that doesn't surprise me much. With the majority 28% first, 21% third person. So that's interesting. I'm always in the minority, which I think is always really interesting. I play in third person
How do you do that? I don't understand. How do you interact with things in third person? I can only ever do it when I'm running on a planet or something, and I'm not actually doing something.
I guess I'm just so used to playing Bethesda games in third person that it just works. I was not even thinking
it just works.
It literally just works.
Yadani
awesome. Says, I told him Ask for Sin has the runs. Oh man. Well, I guess Colt won't be joining us because now he knows Assassin has diarrhea. That's fantastic.
Wolf, do you feel that third person in this game is better than other Bethesda games?
Yes, yes, miles better. Because I remember in the direct that I've watched 1,000 times in slow motion, Todd says we have a whole new animation system. And of course, you know, it shows the character running, sprinting, and they sort of slowly pan the camera. That way there's no sort of like juddery movements with the character looking left and right as they're turning, to sort of smooth it out, to give you the illusion that it's perfect. It is so much better than it ever has been. For example, in Fallout or in Fallout 4 did it a little bit better, but like especially in Skyrim, if I pan the camera around to where the camera is not facing my character's face, if I decide to go this direction, my character is like and just completely. I mean, there's no animation. It just like it's so there's none of that anymore. It's instantaneous. So there's no more of that. Whenever you turn, you really do feel a little more weighty, I guess. The animation is it's so much better. Especially the way that the guns feel, the way that your character holds weapons just feels a lot better. Like when you're sneaking and you're holding like a rifle, there's something about it, man. It just feels so much better. And I love it. I love it. Let's see. Palpatine says, I have a friend who's the same as you, Red Wolf, and prefers third person. I don't get it. Well, listen.
I don't get it.
Again, I've said it before. It's okay to be wrong. I'm kidding. Yeah. What a pooter. I'm kidding, Palpatine. No, everyone. That's the thing. I mean, at least we have the choice with Bethesda games. I know it's. I can't just say make game better, CD Projekt Red. It's not fair to say that. That's their vision. It's not for me to judge. I prefer the option. Even whenever I say people should have the option for third and first person, they're like, well, the game wasn't made that way. I fucking know that. I'm saying the option. You won't have to be forced down either alley that you prefer. Or excuse me, that you don't prefer. So that's
yeah.
What
Tell them, Red. We need third-person Halo. We need first-person Gears.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
that would actually be dope. That would be dope. That would be sick.
We already know that Cyberpunk was supposed to be third-person. We've seen.
Yes,
there
we
was that
saw the
leak.
Gameplay. Yeah.
And that's before they restarted development.
And you know why? He said it was easier to develop. It was easier to develop. That's what he said. And then they said, and it made it more immersive, so they leaned into the immersion. Anyone who doesn't believe me, shut up. So let's, who did I not, Lex, I'm sorry. Lex, you're here. See, I'm scared to ask you, Lex, anything right now. Don't spoil anything. I'm kidding.
What do you think I'm going to spoil?
So, okay, how about this? Feature-wise, Lex,
and then you guys freak out. You freak out when I pause. I know what I'm doing. I ain't gonna spoil it. Don't worry. Crimson Fleet quest line. Just do it. Just do that quest line, okay?
Right. And then just do all the others.
Yeah, and just do everything in the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does it say hashtag Gamescom? I'm a terrible YouTuber person. No. So as far as like feature-wise, Lex, the things about the game that you really were happy with, as far as how it feels, the quest lines, not main quest, that kind of stuff. Really, what grabbed your attention that you were really surprised by?
I guess. God, I don't know. There's just so much to like dissect, I guess. So I'm being attacked at the moment. So let me pause. Okay. I think I was surprised. I thought Earth was going to be like this whole mystery of what happened to it. When no, we know what happened. It just Earth was, you can see this in the museum. It's not really a spoiler. You can go. It's pretty much.
Interstellar. I said it before.
Yeah.
Literally, the movie Interstellar, that's what happened. I was like, that's actually fucking really cool. If anyone has
a killed by Matthew McConaughey?
Exactly. He's like, all right. Look at this planet over here. It went to dust. Yeah.
Vasco is amazing, but in my travels, I have not seen any other model, but Vasco's model, which is a Type A bipedal chassis. I haven't seen any other chassis. That's not a spoiler. I
have.
haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen like a Type B or a Type C. I don't know. Maybe I haven't done enough quests like that. I've just been
Just
sticking
go
to
to a
some
random
main
planet.
stuff.
There's a good chance you'll find one. I found a red and blue one when I had to go save a miner from a mine. Or from
Yeah,
a
I ran
cave-in.
into a few of them myself too.
Why are you all
Yeah.
rescuing children all of a sudden? What's wrong with you?
There's children in this game?
He said
I didn't know.
Never mind. All right. I don't know if you're being
I said
sarcastic or not now.
I said a miner. You know, the kind with the actual pickaxe? What?
You could-
Oh, no. You thought I meant
Wow, it
children.
took you that long, huh?
You thought it. Yeah, I did. Because I knew what I was talking about. I was like, yeah, someone who's using a cutter to get like iron out of a mine. Like, I think I'm she thinks I mean child.
Yes. I love that.
Because normal people say children or kid, not minor.
As like for companions, I like Sam.
It was like opening up a cold one.
I like Sam, and I
There you
found
go,
people
Sam.
that think Sam's daughter is annoying, but I don't know. I think she's cool.
I like her a lot. Because she's real like snappy. She's like, and it's like you can feel like her dad's influence. I love that he's like, by the way, I'll come to your ship. My kid, she's coming with me, and I'm like, Dad of the Year, right there. Dad of the Year.
I don't
That's
know
awesome.
if anyone else has noticed. I've had a bug where sometimes she won't be on my ship. She'll just be gone.
Oh god.
You're like flying around. She's like on the outside of your cockpit windshield. You're like, what are you
whole
doing?
little adventure is going.
Turns into Fallout 4 real quick.
I've had bugs where Sam isn't holding a weapon. Sam just like zooms across the map. I've had a bug where in my giant like cargo ship that poorly moves and I can't attack anything. I get into the ship, and then as soon as I get from the landing bay up to the actual ship, I've seen Vasco just go through the floor like whoop.
Oh, I've seen that too. Yep, I've seen that too. Because like Vasco,
I've seen
I'm like
Vasco
Vasco
in the floor as well.
He does not belong on my ship. And he's like, what can I do for you? And he's like blocking the whole ass door. And I'm like, get the fuck out of the way, Vasco.
Yeah.
God, dude. But
I had
That's
Vasco
because
blocking the
companion's
cockpit.
getting in the way.
helped
He's
this
like,
random. There was this random encounter, and I had to help someone get to their ship. And when I got there, there was just this alien inside the landing bay, and because of the physics, I couldn't walk by it. So I was literally stuck.
dude,
The bugs are amazing. Like, they're gonna be patched, but I mean,
Yeah, there's definitely bugs, but it's
I'm
nothing
happy
game-breaking.
there are bugs.
Yeah. There have been some really funny ones on my side too, and I've heard of a couple funny ones where someone said that that Sarah was walking and she just started to descend into the ground, and the more she walked, the further she went down. And then the one I had before was I was in combat, and she was just floating in the air, like kicking her legs.
Oh,
But she
I've
was
gotten
shooting,
that.
though.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
gotten
but
that.
she was shooting though. But I was like, "Hey, girl, go ahead, get it on. Go ahead, okay."
Dude,
Go ahead, sorry.
Nah, you're good. I was gonna say the first bug that I had, I was just waiting for the first one to happen. I was leaving the lodge, I'm walking. I basically walked over the mast. I'm just like an idiot, and I just love walking in shortcuts. Like I don't care what, and not even a shortcut. Like I basically had to climb a mountain to get to where I had to get to. But basically, I get around this place where there's this giant like triangular, like a walkway coming down, and there's Sarah on the walkway. Instead of walking down the walkway to get to me, she jumps off of maybe like a 40 feet, the 40 feet lifted walkway, just hits the ground and just starts walking towards me. I was like, what? What was that?
He was like, "I'm okay."
Holy shit. Yeah, she's just perfectly fine. Like, what?
Some other bugs. I'm looking at screenshots right now. One of the, you can have flying creatures on a planet. Well, the flying creature's flying on the floor. I've had
Yep.
Sam sit in a chair but be 5 feet in front of it. I've had Sam halfway stuck in a jump animation. And just as an additional note, the bartender in Neon looks exactly like Todd Howard.
That's funny.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
You know what, I don't think I
In like the night.
noticed. I'm about to check that out. I don't think I noticed.
Well, it's sort of, it doesn't have the cut. He has like spiky brown hair, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like Todd Howard if he was like 20
Well,
years younger.
Vlad looks like I know you guys have seen Vlad. Vlad to me looks like Paris.
He looks like
like
a
Oh,
sailor.
he does. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
really
he was a
racist.
Paris Lily.
But whatever.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So.
He looks like a sailor to me. He's got that sailor shirt on.
Yeah, it's the blue and
He's
white
got
shirt.
that sailor shirt right from what the 20s.
Yeah, the
So,
18,
yeah,
20, yeah.
I had a buddy. of mine. He sent me I gotta try to maybe share it to you guys. He walked through Aquila City. It was nighttime, and he walked up. He was about to walk into a building, and all of a sudden, 5 naked NPCs with guns popped out of the door, like boo 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 boo, all at once, and they're all UC Marines, and the one woman's like, "I've always wanted to be a UC Marine. I'm doing the right thing," and they just like take off running past him. These 5 naked UC Marines with guns. I was like, what the?
Hilarious.
It was
Yeah, I
the
haven't run into
most
anything like that.
Bethesda thing I've seen. Like, yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
you guys like
neither.
follow Bacon. If you follow Bacon or my two pence, they do those clip out videos of Oblivion and stuff, and it's so funny. I love that. I love that kind of stuff because I see it and I'm like, it just makes you laugh. I don't know. It just doesn't bother me for some reason.
I'm with
Yeah,
you
it's
with
nothing
that,
game
yeah.
breaking. As long as it's nothing game breaking, all good. If it's just some goofy shit like someone doesn't have clothes on or something, like that's just funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I've had what I did want to get into, as long as everyone has a little bit of time, I did want to talk about like some of the some of our like I guess like some moments without spoiling quests, just some of our like favorite like oh my god moments. And I had one. I was going to use one as an example, but ADD is a hell of a drug, and
I have a
remember.
fantastic one while you think
Go.
of it.
Go.
Which is doing that same quest line that I had talked about earlier, like helping out some miner on Mars. I think it's just kind of the oh my god. Well, there was one oh my god moment where randomly there was a dead body in New Atlantis, like just a dead UC guard that was just chilling in one of the lakes or ponds in New Atlantis,
Jeez.
and everyone's just casually walking by, and I'm doing like on my secondary channel, I'm doing this more hardcore roleplay. So my character Alan Grissom comes across this, and he's like, "What the fudge do I do? Like, do I report this to somebody? Do I just walk away? Is it more suspicious if I walk through the streets of New Atlantis just carrying this body to the nearest thing?" So that was absolutely hysterical, and I loved it. And he definitely wasn't supposed to be dead, unless he was, and that's like some opening to a quest or something that I just completely missed because I didn't get any. But I'm assuming that was a bug and he was not supposed to be dead. But anyway, I was doing this.
Sorry. There's
You
no
gotta go?
table.
Oh.
There's literally where there should be a table. There's nothing, and there's just floating everything. There's floating tape measures, bubble levels, hammers, and if I walk
floating
into it,
objects
it all
seems to be a
falls.
reoccurring thing.
They're all on the floor now.
The invisible
Sorry.
boatmobile.
There you go.
I'm literally in a kilo. Try to upgrade
What?
my ship.
Nice.
go ahead.
Yeah, you're with the dirt hobos. I was trying to do this quest with this miner, and then I was going through, and I did something, and it triggered this, because I'm trying to keep it as not spoiler as possible, but I did something, and it triggered this whole branch line. So there I was on Mars, doing like the one quest. I'm like, let me just get to the end of this. It was starting to get tedious, not in a bad way, like tedious for my character, not so much tedious for me. I thought it was just hysterical, the amount of leaps and bounds that I was going through at this point. And so then I got this thing happened where I was completely sidetracked, taken forcibly off Mars to some other place, and now I got involved in this whole other quest line that was completely tangential to what I was doing, and I got wrapped up. And when you're doing this hardcore roleplay, or more hardcore roleplay, it just makes it so much more interesting because your character ends up in these scenarios that are completely, in this case, literally out of that world that I was on, doing this tangential thing. And it was so phenomenal. It was the perfect phase of events, and I've heard of some really interesting stories where players kind of run off to the random encounters, you know, those random like abandoned mine or abandoned relay station or whatever they go to, and they get this series of events that lead them to some wacky conundrum of events. Certainly for me, when it sticks to the writing stuff, I get more into that, and I love it. I also find it really interesting. There's some quest lines. This would be more in a negative way, but there's some quest lines on New Atlantis where you help out some people that could easily be solved by an email. Where this character is like, hey, can you go talk to somebody that's literally upstairs because I can't, like, leave where I am? So you as the protagonist go, okay, I can help. And then after you do some back and forth, you're like, wait, just email, like, send it in an email.
Right, we're in space.
We can communicate across entire, like, inter-system communication, but you can't talk to someone that's a floor above. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Hey Jim, can you send down the thing? He's like above a balcony or whatever.
Yeah, you could have. It's so that.
There's grab drives, but no phones.
Right.
Well, actually,
it's just hysterical. And so that's kind of in a negative way, but also I think it kind of lends to this comedic approach to it that I don't mind for an RPG. You know, I know some people will be like, yeah, stupid writing, blah, they'll be like, Bethesda, blah, and they'll wag their
Mitch,
finger.
are there phones in Starfield? Were you about to say
So,
something?
yeah, there's actually kind of an interesting war thing going on where they do have the warp drives and shit, but they don't have faster than light communication. So there's still a need for couriers because they can't actually communicate across systems. Which is
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Have you done any of the settlement building? Then I want you to explain this one to me. Have you done any of the outpost building at all?
Little bit, just dabbled.
Yeah, barely.
Okay. Have you set up a cargo transport that like links your two things?
No.
Okay, let me just tell you. This isn't spoilery, but when you set those up, you know how the Brahmin in Fallout 4 will go back and forth? In Starfield, surprise, surprise, I like how Mitch's face was just frozen like... It's very funny. Yeah. But in Starfield, surprise, surprise, there's a ship that goes back and forth to do this. And it appears every, like, 30 seconds. This thing is flying up, and then a minute later, it lets back down.
How do you know it's the same ship, though?
I mean, it's the same color, it has the same design, it has the same everything.
It could be the same class, though. Same class.
It could be the same exact... Listen, if they were able to design the same everything one-to-one, fine. But we know that's not the case. I only had one outpost set up, or two outposts set up. One that I was getting resources to, one that I was taking it from. And that was... Unless I just somehow was affording this armada of fleets that were shipping these things every minute, on the minute. It was not the difference.
Yeah, you need a lot of couriers, right? There's like 100,000 couriers waiting.
Well, then I am just working a sweatshop because I'm not paying those guys anything to deliver all this stuff.
I have not messed at all with the outpost stuff at all.
It's complicated. It pertains to one of my biggest gripes, which is the lack of tutorials in Starfield.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I set a link in my Discord, in Red Wolf's Den Discord, that you guys should really check out, because there's someone on Reddit who has been posting a full guide to the interiors of Habs and what company they're made for. Everything is on there. I actually saved it. I think that they've done like 4 different companies. So they've done Demos, Nova, Galactic, Stroud Eklund, and Tycho. Anyway, and it's an issue that I have because whenever you go to put a hab down, you're like, I hope I like this. Let me just waste my money, and then you put it down, and then you walk into your ship, and you're like, this is awful. So anyway, shout out to that person.
I'm pretty sure you could sell when you change stuff out. It like just sells it again, so there's no negative effect.
Well, it sells it for like
I think Is it like half the
80% of
price
what
or
you put-
something?
It's less than
okay.
that. So like if something is 1,000, you'll get like 120 back. So
Well, never mind then. That's totally not
It's
cool.
a lot. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, but
Never
it's not even telling you what's coming with the hab. And I'm like, is there a navigator computer? Which I love the navigator computer because sometimes I like to just go straight off by like using my scanner to warp to another nearby planet, or I like going into my star map. What I love doing most of the time is just getting up out of my cockpit, walking over to the navigator computer, and just I love that so much.
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, I love it.
It's the one way of travel I haven't done yet. The navigation console.
It's so cool, and you can get different kinds too. It's not just like that one bright screen that everyone lays crap on top of.
the bitten sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, who put this here? You're trying to like teleport, but there's like a smudge of mayo on the screen. And it's like, I didn't want to go to Crick's.
All of a sudden you're blown up.
Jonah says, "Yo mama." That's the system. Yo mama. Yeah, it's a big one.
It's a very large one.
It's a gas giant.
Meow meow meow. Oh, God, I wish I could do sound bites. But so, Mitch, wait, is Bushido still here? Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what, Assassin? I feel like I haven't heard you because you're on mute. I don't think Assassin's here. And 3, 2, 1. There he is. That's perfect.
There he is. That was awesome.
Assassin, tell Bushido.
Yeah, I was the only one that
Bushido?
you didn't ask me about my critique about Starfield. You forgot me again.
It's because you're not on camera. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I was trying to tell you, but you kept telling me to be quiet. That Assassin had something to say, and you just said she'll be quiet, and I was like, all right, sure.
It's messed up. I'm a terrible dad, I know.
Anyway, so what do you need me for now?
I was gonna have you ask Bushido what his favorite highlights, his moments were that he remembers.
Oh, wait a minute, wait. Why can't you ask me?
Because I want Assassin to be included,
You can include me by asking me how I felt.
So you patronize
Assassin,
him?
how do you
Everybody
feel
needs
about
to me.
Bushido's best moment?
Just gonna
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hear it.
No, go ahead, Assassin. I do want to hear you. I feel like I haven't heard you in a while, and I was wondering where you were. Here you are.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm alive. Just listening to everybody and their takes on Starfield, because
Are you enjoying listening to the
great
Renegade podcast?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Good. Welcome. Look at Lexa's so serious face. She's making a brand new character. She's like, I have to make this one real.
No,
it's gonna be. The
why would I? Why am I stuck? What? Why would I start a new playthrough?
You wouldn't never do that. So I'm sorry.
I would never do that.
Tell me about some of the moments that you were like, holy shit, this moment fucks, in a good way. Like this, you literally said it out loud. Hey, Mom. She's like, yes. Sorry. Anyway,
where's the meatloaf?
I don't know what I was.
Yo, Mom, the meatloaf.
No. Yeah, go ahead, Assassin.
There was only one moment where I felt like that. It's only because I haven't played as much as the rest of you, but one time when I was playing combat, beforehand, I upgraded my boost packing skill, right?
Okay.
I managed to get the shotgun, I forgot what it was called, and I double boosted right over a cliff. There was an ecliptic mercenary right at the bottom. And before he could turn around and shoot me, I already put 2 in his head, and he was just dead. I just completely surprised a group of mercenaries, just completely took him out before they even knew I was there. That was just the most badass moment that I've felt in the whole game so far.
Yes.
Everything else is just standard Bethesda. The only reason why I was so skeptical of Starfield before launch was, is Bethesda back to its true form and making a great video game? And I'm confident enough to say yes. Yes, they have. I'm not surprised by most of the things that you guys are highlighting. It's because I expect it from Bethesda. I'm not going to say that, oh yeah, the writing is good or this is good because I mean, it's Bethesda, right? And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I expected it. I expected it to be top tier. It is Bethesda. This is something we should naturally expect from them. But if I had to say one good thing about Starfield that I didn't expect to like a lot more than the rest, it's the combat. That's literally my highlight of the whole game. It does not feel like a Bethesda game in terms of shooting and being stealthy, yeah. But everything else, it does not feel like a Bethesda game when it comes to gunplay. It feels a lot smoother. It feels a lot more compact, more tighter. I just love that. Everything else is just everything else. I expected it to be 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna congratulate it from what I expected from Bethesda. I mean, it's standard. It's the same way I am with every game developer and publisher.
You sound like the guy from IGN now.
Are you currently painting your face red right now, or like with line down your eye?
Yeah, Bashida, but the difference is I'm not giving it a 7 out of 10.
You giving it a 6?
No. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, when I started doing reviews for my own channel, I said 9.5. When I started doing reviews for my own channel, I'm not gonna do a rating system. I'm not. I'm just gonna leave it with. I'm just gonna say the ending with how I feel about the game overall. That's just how I am as a gamer. I don't like this rating system at all. What happened with Starfield has only increased my dislike of the rating system that we have nowadays. And Nick on Xbox Era, he actually put it best. The reason why so many people gravitate towards the 8s and 9s and 10s, even though generally a 5, 6, and 7 is not a bad game, it's just average. But now we've gotten to the point where 8, 9, and 10 are the only games that are quote-unquote worth it. He said it best. The reason why it's that way is because outlets like IGN and GameSpot, all these outlets, they give 10 out of 10s too easily. It's not that hard to appease these critics. So they give 10 out of 10s like candy on Halloween. It's just everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
Like Oprah.
A 7 out of 10 is not bad. It's just average. Or at least that's how it's supposed to be. 7 out of 10 is not bad. But this is not a 7 out of 10 either way. Yeah. Well, 7 should be good.
I would say 6,
and that's what
is average, yeah.
5 average, 6 slightly above average, 7 is a good game.
Mathematically,
8 would be a great game. 9 is near perfect. 10 is you could not have done anything better. And to be brutally honest, the only games that's like, so I base my personal reviews very heavily, obviously, my reviews themselves and how I rate them very heavily on what Angry Joe says, and that's roughly his, right? So 5 is average, 4 slightly below average, 6 slightly above. And then I know the newer popular thing that like Mr. Matty Plays does, and that like ACG does is buy, wait for sale, never touch. And I think you could have the best of both worlds, because you could say like a 5 or like about a 6 to a 7 would be maybe a wait for sale. Obviously there's room for nudging. You can't put it overlay it 1-to-1 on top of one another, but I think that's where the problem really comes from, is it's not standardized. So IGN rates their games one way, GameSpot will do it theirs one way, Eurogamer will do it theirs one way, content creators do it their own way, and nobody sat down and said, no, 6 is an average game. That's it, period. If you're gonna review games, you got 6 is average, and that's never going to happen. I'm not saying that's how it should be, but...
And plus, it's just a difference of opinion, because some people will look and play Starfield, and they're gonna say, oh, well, it's a 6 out of 10 for me, and then someone else will come along and say, well, actually, you're wrong, because what you're saying is it does not apply at all, so it's a 10 out of 10. It's just a matter of opinion as well.
It's definitely never going to be objective.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't expect every reviewer, every content creator, every gamer around the world to have a good consensus of a video game. Because when Cyberpunk came out, and just using Cyberpunk as an example, everybody did not like how Cyberpunk launched. that's not objectively true. Some people, they bought it on PS5 and Series X, they played it, there were no bugs, they loved it. But a lot of people give Cyberpunk flack because a lot of people had Xbox Ones, PS4s, and generally PCs ran it well, but the last gen consoles did not. People forget that people who bought why do I keep saying Starfield? Cyberpunk on next gen consoles, there was no problems with it. So a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what system did you play it on? How was it at launch? Is it fun for you? Is it replayable for you? It's just a matter of your opinion, and that opinion is not going to be the same as the person next door. It's a very rare chance of that happening, and even then, you may be in the minority.
Right. Well, that's a really great take. It's a really great take. We are kind of out of time, so I wanted to ask Mitch and them, Mitch, Lex, and the other guy, Bushido. I'm kidding, Bushido.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow,
I'm just kidding. I did want to ask you, but let's just sort of go one to one, going left from right. I guess I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can. The title of this episode is Starfield our game of the year? And I just wanted to sort of talk about that quickly and just sort of quickly give our thoughts on if it is and why it is or why it isn't. And there's no wrong answer. This is all your opinions. Or if you live in Canada, it's opinion for whatever reason. So Damarco, you're at the top left. So let's just go from you to Lex to Mitch to me to Sook to Assassin and then the other. I'm just kidding. Then Bushido and.
Yeah, is it game of the year? I can't. I've played roughly 30 hours at this point. I can't say. It would be. I think for me, it's going to be a hard sell to say Starfield is at this current time. If you were putting an Equinox up to my head and saying decide if it's game of the year, I would say probably Baldur's Gate 3 would be on top of it.
Okay.
Just because. Fair. I have a lot more attachment to D&D than I do Starfield. But, having said that, they're this.
They're right there. They're almost docking.
They're almost docking. They're almost docking.
Yep.
You could Starfield can lock on, and it could use its system targeting, and take a couple good pot shots at it.
Exactly. Yep. You're so innocent.
But again, I'm not that far in Baldur's Gate. Maybe I get super bored of it. I don't think I will because I've played Larian games before, and I love them. And I think that's also the other problem is it's coming from a company. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, Mitch.
You're very innocent.
Me?
I love you, Damarco. Mitch knew me. It's fine.
What I do?
Ridiculous,
What?
I told y'all Damarco was innocent.
Damarco, it's what you didn't do. That's why I love you, because you were such a good person, and you just had no idea. But
what?
It's fine. I said they're almost docking, and you're like, "Yep, that's right, they're almost docking." And I was like, "That's what I meant to begin with." Anyway,
you were making a Starfield pun.
Exactly.
Like
that was the pun. That was the pun, and the tips, and then yep.
I didn't get that part.
That's why you're so innocent, and you're
welcome.
Yeah. So there you
go.
Wolf's sexual innuendos always on case.
It never ends. So yeah, literally.
So yeah, Larian, they made my RPG like of all time. So, how do you compete with that? It's tough.
very true. Yeah.
So
they made my RPG of all time. My favorite RPG.
Baldur's Gate.
Okay, alright.
My favorite RPG, my top RPG of all time is Divinity 2.
Okay, right. It'll be Baldur's Gate when we're done, baby.
I actually have that, I just haven't touched it yet.
Well, touch it!
I just have it in my backlog right next to me.
But Lexi, game of the year? Okay. Mitch.
For me, yeah. Definitely.
Perfect. Good. All right.
No, it's addicting. It's not.
Yep.
It's like with Fallout 4. It's not what the game you exactly expect in your head, but it's Todd Howard did it again.
Yeah.
He's not getting distracted.
Yeah, we're waiting for his magnum opus. I mean, this was like his magnum opus. I mean, now he's talking about because this was his dream game, right? He's talked about that. They've always wanted to do this for 20 some years since Planet 9 or whatever, right after Wayne Gretzky's
Planet 9.
Yeah, which is Mitch's favorite Bethesda game. But yeah, it's a testament to how far they've come, and it just really sets a new bar for Elder Scrolls 6, because he wants it to be the medieval fantasy game. So we'll see. So good. So game of the year for you, Mitch. Game of the year.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I think my opinion on this is worth as much as the pinch of salt, because I've been so excited for the game for so many years, and my expectations were met. I didn't even play that many other games that released this year. Played a little bit of Elden Ring. It's probably not my type of game, and Elden Ring wasn't even from this year, so I'm an idiot. But yeah, I mean, I seriously don't think I've played that many 2023 releases, so it's kind of a shoe-in for Game of the Year.
I mean, I think that is a testament to what you're saying. It met enough expectations that you were beyond happy. It's like whenever I played Red Dead 2, I was so above and beyond excited, hyped for that game. And then when I bought a TV, the same TV that I own now, the 70-inch 4K shit. I bought a controller. I bought this chair that I'm sitting in. I'm not kidding. I was so excited for like a whole year and a half. I was saved up and bought all this stuff. And when I finally played it, not only did it meet my expectations, it blew me. Completely blew me away. Totally blew me away. It seriously was doing things to me that I've never had done to me before. Like I was like every like little detail. I was like, this is in the game.
Ask your girlfriend to do it next time.
That's right. Oh, shit. Is she watching right now? But yeah. So it's. I mean, seriously, that is a testament to that. Like you wait so long for something, and then once you get it, it's like it met your expectations and then some. Which is great. Sook, is it your game of the year?
I think I'm kind of right there with Mitch. Like, we've been thinking about this game for way too long. Just been getting ourselves way too excited for it. I mean, shit, I started a YouTube channel just about this game. Like, I haven't done that over anything else. I haven't been that excited for any other game before launch. As far as like this year goes, games I played that I really liked: Jedi Survivor and Dark and Darker. I don't know if anyone plays Dark and Darker, but I like that game a lot. Jedi Survivor, it was such a great game, but the performance sucked. Which, another kind of thing, we didn't really get into the negatives today, but performance for me on Starfield just hasn't been what I thought it was going to be. It's not as good as I feel like it should be.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not really that
Frame
great.
drops?
I mean, it's just poor FPS. It's just like you run into a city and I'm at like 30 frames a second. Like, I'm used to running Fallout 4 at 90, 100, 110, like
You're
being
on
able
PC,
to turn
I
around.
forget.
It's easy to forget though that Fallout 4 was a 2015 game, and
Yeah,
now
for
you're
sure.
trying to run a 2023 game.
Yeah,
Right.
no, for sure. I wasn't expecting 100 frames a second. I was expecting 60 plus.
What's your graphics card?
3080 Ti. I mean, that's a pretty damn good graphics card.
Okay.
You-
You're not like
I-
trying to do that with a 2080. So.
Yeah, I have an i9 with 16 cores, like 32 gigs of RAM. Like, this should be running fine, and it's not. And it's like, come on, guys.
Well, there's a
the
mod
whole extra
already.
year. The
There's a
DLS mod
already
that you're gonna.
fixes- No, there's another one that like it just runs better.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
I
I'll try
don't know
that
if
out.
they've tweaked some stuff.
They probably went into some of the ini files, tweaked a couple things like density and it's basically a custom setting preset is what it is.
And the one thing I found weird is there's no texture slider or anything like that.
Yeah, there's no texture thing on there, which is kind of odd. Unless I just don't understand one of
So,
the settings, but.
But like even me, I'm playing on medium at the moment. Like especially shadows. Never set your shadows to high. Shadows are really demanding in games.
Yeah, I was just surprised. I've never, like,
And
with
the
this
volume-
computer,
Yeah, and turn down your volumetric lighting. That is demanding as well.
Yeah, I messed with a bunch of stuff, but basically, like, I bought this computer like halfway for work, halfway for Starfield, like, which is goofy to say, but it's like, I wanted to get into BGS and modding and all that stuff, and I was just so excited. So to spend thousands of dollars on a computer, then just like run through New Atlantis for the first time and have it drop to 17, it got it 1 second. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that first reaction, I was like, this is not cool. Now I don't know if I've just gotten used to it or that was just like a first time loading in type deal, but it's gotten better and I don't really notice it at all now. But as far as like, hey, is this your game of the year? Hell yeah, dude. Like, we've been waiting way too long. It's a new BGS game. Only comes around once every 8 to whatever years. Absolutely. Yeah. This game fucking rocks.
Yeah, and it's crazy because we got sort of like in the cadence of waiting every 4 to 5 years for a Bethesda game, and now
now it's way longer.
12 years for the next one. Essentially, because Fallout 76 doesn't really count. Assassin. Assassin, it's your turn. Game of the year. I think you've already told me the answer, but yeah.
Let Bushido go first.
Okay, Bushido.
Oh wow. Okay.
Game of the year, baby. This is
my
your
game
namesake.
of the year was. My game of the year was. Jedi Survivor, easily, but Remnant came out, and Remnant was in that running also. This one to me is in that running also. Until I finish it though, I can't say for sure that it is, but it feels like it is going to be though. After it, for just what I'm already doing, it makes me feel like this is going to be it.
Jedi Survivor launched this year.
Right,
yeah, what was it, like February? Like the very beginning of February?
Oh yeah, no, Dead Space was up there too. So was Resident Evil 4. Yeah.
And the thing is, so this actually sort of ties into what I was going to ask you, because that is a testament to the game. I mean, whenever we talk about what our game of the year is, I don't necessarily judge my game of the year off of how it ended or what the overall story was. It's sort of just the overall experience and how it made me feel. Dead Space is a horror game, okay? It was my game of the year. It was my game of the year 100%. And it's not because the story was amazing and it's just that the experience was so incredible. I'll never forget it. Jedi Survivor was the same way. Jedi Survivor had a great story and the combat was great. And I mean, as far as performance goes, it didn't really bother me, I guess, too much. I'm just used to 30 frames, so but that's a whole other thing. But those two games, I guess, in and of themselves, as far as the experience went, were incredible. And so they were sort of button heads. But I think Dead Space definitely took over for Jedi Survivor. So my question is, in terms of experience, can you not judge Starfield right as it is right now for the experience that you've had up until this point? It is still not your game of the year, because after you beat the game, the main quest, the game's not over. The game's going to continue on forever and ever, just like Skyrim did, just like Morrowind is right now in Oblivion. Like, people are still playing those games. So judging it from that perspective as an experience, is it your experience of the year at the very least?
Yeah, I would, if it just from off of what we already know how Bethesda games go. The only reason why I say it depends on how it ends is because you could really flounder with an ending, and you could really stick the landing on an ending, and depending on which one you do is what helps me to make it from a 7 to an 8 to a 8 to a 10, depending on the ending. So that's why for me, the ending is very much important. But if it just continued to play like this all the way through, it would absolutely, I would say it would be, yeah.
Okay, then. There you have it. Yeah. Assassin, it's time. The verdict. If I had a drum roll or a soundbite to help you get ready for this, I would do it. But I don't have control over that.
Anybody got a soundbite for a drum roll? Anybody? Good enough.
Woohoo! There.
Is Starfield my game of the year? No. Not yet. Not my game of the year yet. because like Bushido, I have to experience the main quest all the way through. I cannot in good conscience. I'm sorry, Red. Yes, the experience is important, but everything else has to go into that feeling and that score. I know I said I don't like the rating system, but quote unquote score, it matters. Everything else that I've played so far with Starfield, it is Game of the Year contender. Is it my one and only Game of the Year? Not yet. But if it goes hard like it has been for the 10-12 hours I put in, then yes, it's going to be Game of the Year. But right now, it's neck and neck with Final Fantasy 16 and Dead Space for me. That's just how I feel, and until I beat the game, I can't in good conscience tell you that it's my Game of the Year. I just can't. So it's there. It's literally neck and neck, like I told you. But I'm not gonna say it's my one and only Game of the Year until I'm done with it. But it's definitely there. And I will end it by saying this: if Halo was a reason to get the original Xbox, and Gears of War was the reason to get the 360, Starfield is the definitive reason to get the Series X and S.
I like that.
I do agree with that.
Yes. Yeah, and 2 million people have already played across Steam and Xbox. If that doesn't tell you anything about this game, then I'm sorry. Then you're just a dehydrated potato. I don't know what to tell you.
Let's go.
You did that noise, bro.
You leveled up for that speech. That was good.
That was perfect timing. Great job. That was the bar.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are gonna be disappointed with the story. It fucking rocks. That's what I'll say.
Yep.
Okay, then I'll be happy to let Red know before the TGA is like, hey, Starfield's my Game of the Year.
Yeah.
And I will cry when Redfall wins.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
He said,
no, I'm just saying, and then we will all cry when Redfall wins for no fucking reason.
Oh God, dude, don't even.
That's ridiculous. Yadani says, like I said, Todd Howard slander. What did he say? I wrote before. Wait, what did he say before about God Howard? And I totally missed it. I was trying to. Oh, I'm convinced that Assassin is witness protection for talking reckless against God Howard. Todd Howard slander is what he said. Yeah. Assassin just compared Final Fantasy 16 to. It's fine. But look, there it is. And for me, obviously, it's my Game of the Year. I've said it for so long. Starfield is my dream game, and what I mean is that the only reason that I own a PlayStation 4, that's the only PlayStation that I have is 4. I bought it used, by the way, the Batman one, because I wanted to play No Man's Sky. That was the only reason that I bought a PlayStation, because I was like, I have to have this game. It's not a game that I'm going to beat and be done with. It's a game that I've dreamed of my whole life. And even at launch, I was just amazed by it, because we just didn't have anything like that. You know, for me, I hadn't played anything like that. So Starfield.
That's a fact.
But still, why do you think? I mean, why do you think? That was good, though, by the way.
That's a fact, too.
Listen, Yes. Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for Mass Effect 3 is what I keep hesitating. But not only does Starfield for me meet all the expectations, it's Bethesda. Like, that was the biggest thing. Like, I could not believe my favorite dev made my dream game. That's sort of, and you said that you wanted to touch on the traveling and stuff like that. I do wish that the traveling between things was a little bit better, but it honestly doesn't bother me, because maybe I've had my fix on No Man's Sky of like warping to a planet and just like setting your controller down and being like, I'll be there in 1 minute and 23 seconds, which is a thing in No Man's Sky, which is fun. It's great. But it's just not in the game, and you know. But other than that, the traveling feels great, because the exploration is still there. Like I said, whenever I do travel to a new system, I pull up my scanner and I like to look around like manually, and then I'll lock on to something and then travel there. And it'll play that cutscene where you just sort of glide and go to the next thing. But for everything that I thought Starfield was going to do, it met my expectations and more. I've been in daze for the past 4 or 5 days. I'm like, like Starfield is like the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, in less than 30 minutes, everybody else on Xbox and PC can play Starfield and just play it for themselves.
According to a tweet from Bethesda, it's already out.
Oh, it is.
Perfect day. Perfect day to launch.
Oh, right. I forgot.
If it was
that.
global time, it would have been 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So now everybody can play Starfield.
They've changed the Discord icon. The Discord icon's changed to the server.
Yay! Yeah, we
right. I think I'm gonna head to bed.
Yeah, Lex, go get some bed. Dream.
I'm gonna go bed. Yeah.
Go get some
Dream
bed.
of Todd.
Dream of Todd.
I need a bowl of cereal first.
Don't eat before you go to sleep. That's terrible for your body, but that's fine. Do what you need to do.
What? No, you never had like porridge before bed. That's good for you.
Porridge.
What you do?
Porridge. Oh, I'm sorry, Americans.
Oatmeal. Yeah.
Oatmeal.
Oh.
See, you understood that one, didn't you?
I did.
Damn Americans.
Lex, we love you. We love you, Lex. Thanks so much for being here. Go get some sleep.
Yeah.
Later, Lex.
I need sleep. I'm going to leave my computer on, so I'm just going to continue to play Starfield, rack up those hours, so I can write one of those funny reviews where I go, it's alright.
After 10,000.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nice. Yeah. All right, Lex. Where can people find you?
They can find me at my house.
All right, and that is 114 South Gander Avenue, London Street.
I live in Buckingham Palace.
Okay, got you. That's easy to find. Yeah. It's like right
for what
in the
it's
middle
worth,
of
before you go, if you're interested, for $310, Wes Johnson will teach you voice acting.
Wes Johnson?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while, hasn't he?
Yep.
He's like, listen here, all you gotta do is talk like me, do this. And he's got his deep voice, and he's just do this.
Okay, question before I go. Who does Wes Johnson voice in Starfield?
I haven't met them yet, but I know he does voice somebody.
He'll voice somebody.
I know who voices Barrett, and I almost said their name, and Sam. Because they're more prolific, I think, than...
Is Linda Carter in this game, please? I need Wonder Woman.
No. But Elias Tufexis is Sam, and Barry Barringston is Barrett.
Play Starfield later?
Are you talking to your mom again?
I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Later, Lex.
Okay.
Bye.
See you, Lex.
All right.
Love you all.
Yeah, love you, man.
No, we're...
Woohoo!
All right. Let me... Perfect. Perfect.
She's going to bed.
She's in bed. Okay. Let me adjust this here. Okay. We're at the end of all of our ropes. What a long rope we've been holding on to, just tugging away at each other's ropes. Let me just adjust this. Here we go. Perfect. Yeah. Let's just get the hell out of here. Damarco, who are you? Where are you? When are you?
Damarco Dude on Twitter and YouTube. And if you're interested, you could search Damarco Plays or Damarco Dude Plays. And you could find my Let's Play with all of the cringe of my wannabe Jacksepticeye phase still there, on top of what is now the current ongoing thing, which is a roleplay Starfield Let's Play. That there's 5 episodes out already. I have probably about 18 recorded that need to be edited. So it's a whole journey.
Christ.
Follow the tale of Alan Grissom, a former ship engineer that got arrested and sent to the mines after some person. There's a whole backstory there.
Alan Grissom.
love
Is there a
that.
reason you named him that?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's Alan
Shepard.
Shepard and
Yep, sorry.
Gus Grissom, and I just smacked those 2 parts together, and you got Alan Grissom.
Did you know
I'm
that
so-
Alan
No,
Shepard
just-
is what inspired Commander Shepard in Mass Effect?
And did you know
Yes.
Gus Grissom inspired Grissom Academy in
Yes.
Mass Effect?
Yes.
No.
Well, now you know.
Huh.
Now you
Yeah.
know.
And no one is
Now you
after
know.
battle.
Yeah, so there you go.
Thank you, Captain
No,
Planet.
I just want to know, because Alan Grissom sounds like a serial killer from a James Patterson novel, in my opinion.
Because the Grizz
hey,
part?
You do you. Yes. Exactly. That's exactly why I thought that.
Yeah, it is Grizzly Grissom. Perfect. And Damarco, I'm looking forward to all your Starfield focused content, Elder Scrolls, Witcher, all the big RPG stuff content.
All the RPG stuff.
All the RPG stuff. And Mitch, you're doing some Starfield stuff. Who are you? Where are you?
You can find me on Lorefield. I run Lorefield with Lexi. We do the Lorefield podcast, and that's kind of like a discussion thing. We have you and Damarco Dude on all the time, and that's always a blast over there. So we're going to start focusing on like lore topics in the game, like a location or a certain planet, and discuss stuff like that pretty in depth. And then I'm also working on a little personal pet project thing for lore coverage that I'm pretty passionate about, that probably not quite ready to talk about, but I've done a couple episodes already, and it's coming together. I'm pretty happy with it. So
nice.
that'll be
I can
probably
say,
something.
I'll tease. It's really good. Yeah, it's awesome. Really good. Really excited for that. Like that's so nostalgic. Yes, Suk, you just made a sound with your mouth. And what other sounds do you make with your mouth when it comes to Starfield and what's happening next in your life and where people can find you?
Thanks, Red.
Yeah, man.
Red.
So I am on YouTube as Suk Mobile, whatever you want to say. Suk Mobile, whatever. Doesn't matter what you want to say. But I'm on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Suk Mobile. So I'm exactly. Yeah, I'm there on YouTube. Talk about Starfield. I'll be talking about it a whole bunch. I probably have another week of running through faction quest lines and side quests and stuff, so till I really start putting some content out there. I really want to get my hands on everything in the game before I start talking about it and what have you. But yeah, who knows what we'll be doing there? Probably a little too much on my end, but I'm excited. I'm having fun. Glad to be on. Anytime you guys want me to be on, I'm more than happy to do so. So there you have it. And you guys could join Discord. Links are in the YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Whole bunch of nonsense. But thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Thanks so much for being here. And I will definitely take you up on that offer in the future, because it's not slowing down from here, baby.
Starfield it's just going up.
On fire. And by the way, Yodani says, did you know that huge fat nerd inspired you guys being huge dumb nerds? Yeah, that's what inspired us, is big, stupid, dumb nerds. And thank you so much, Yodani, for the inspiration. And you're so impactful with your impact. Assassin, who are you? Where are you? Why are you?
Yeah, that's a big question, right? Why am I the way I am? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube. I'm about to start making YouTube content, like this fine gentleman, this nice guy, this amazing content creator, Bushido.
I was like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not me.
No, I'm talking. I'm talking about Red and Damarco. I should have said these guys, but I didn't want to give it away. But no, I'm gonna start making content like these guys. But unlike these two fine gentlemen, I'm not gonna limit myself to just one genre. I'm gonna talk about the games that I'm excited for, regardless of the genre or platform. And I'm just gonna talk about games. So if you want to know, if you want to listen, if you want to talk about games, you just follow me on Twitter and YouTube at, I can't believe I'm going to say this, it's actually going to be my tagline from now on, at Ask for Sin. Yes, I actually said that. It's just the way it's going to be.
Yep, Ask for Sin. All one word, Ask for Sin. Sin with two S's.
Exactly.
It's like...
With two S's, yes.
Yeah, it's because it's so hot and like a snake. Like, that's
the noise. It sounds like a gay stripper name. Right? I love it.
What is it?
It sounds like a gay stripper name. I love it.
It's a trade-off. I told you, ask or sin?
Ask for sin. It's a trade-off.
Oh,
it's a trade-off.
ask for sin. Okay.
Exactly. You mean ask for
ask for sin.
Or sin.
Oh my god, I love it here. And if you love it here, hit the like button. No one made it this far. If you made it this far, hashtag Starfield in the chat. I've said that a ton. No one's ever done it, so you can be the first, and I will DM you and send you a code for something. I'm not lying. I will actually do that because it's never been done before. Look at that hashtag. Yeah. Bushido, where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you?
I don't know.
Who are you?
You can find me every Thursday night on the KY Bobby Show. Oh, excuse me, every Wednesday. I forgot we changed days. Every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll catch me mostly on Twitter and Xbox and PlayStation on as Mr. Bushido N7.
Yeah. What Mr. Bushido N7 Starfield, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Starfield. Yes.
Yes. This has been so much fun. I'm so glad that I got to do this, and really just I really kind of like wanted to immortalize in a moment of excitement and hype with everyone together, because it's been a journey of hype, and I just really wanted to have this to look back on and say that we did a thing together. Never mind. I need to stop with it. Anyway, and I am Red Wolf. You can find me at Red Wolf Renegade on Twitter. I'm the only Red Wolf Renegade on Twitter. If you can believe that, dealer. I'm just kidding. Dealer doesn't know who I am, even though we've been on a show together. But yeah, so you can find me there. And if you liked this episode, then like it. If you subscribed, then unsubscribe. And if you unsubscribed, then subscribe back. Come on back. Come on back home, baby. Otherwise, it's over. It's over. Starfield's done. I'm gonna go uninstall it. Game's bad. Okay.
Game of the week.
Game of the week. That's what I need to change.
Game of the week. Wow.
Yeah. So with an A, week shit. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Play Starfield.